Hello, everybody. It's Saturday night. It's Modern Comic Mayhem, the other show that people are thinking is a bad idea. Matt, cue the music.
Buckle in, everyone, as you're ready for another episode of Modern Comic Mayhem. This week, we've got Kyle, the main man Kyle. We've got the grumpy old solo Wookiee with us, the most hated man in Star Wars, a.k.a. the Happy Meal Hitman himself, Marco. Of course, I'm Matt.
So hated they pull it.
Yes, I'm Matt. And joining us this week, we got James and Jonathan from Hive Comics.
What's up, guys? What's
Here
up?
to talk to us about the upcoming covers they've got, Brzrkr, and so much other great stuff. So get ready, guys. It's going to be a great show. What's going on, gents? Kyle?
We're ready.
Oh, nothing, you know. Same shit, different day.
Yes, yes. All right, so what...
got a cool pickup, didn't he?
Uh-oh.
We will dive into that after a little while later, but...
All right, we'll let everybody warm up first.
Todd McFarlane finally showed up on my doorstep today, and I gotta admit, I may have dribbled a little bit of pee with excitement. I will not lie. I have been waiting for a long time, and I saw that box, and oh man, it puts a good feeling in your heart.
You sure it wasn't Toph McFadden?
Toph McFadden, famous.
Did you see that? I sent that to you guys, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
There's a book signed by Toph McFadden.
It's
Stan Lee.
It's a Spawn #1. It's signed by Stan Lee and Toph McFadden.
Awesome. Awesome. Make sure you send that to PGX. They'll certify it.
No, it's a CBC.
All right. Well, we got some books from the Hive guys are here for a couple things. Obviously, you can see the background. Brzrkr did really well, and we'll get into that later. But we definitely got some new books that they're coming in to talk about. Kyle, what do we got for the books here?
Let me share my screen, Jess.
Let's do that. Also, Stray Dogs, guys, congratulations on that one too. Obviously, I think it took a little bit for people to catch on to what was going on with it. I'm just saying that because I got it wrong last week. If you watched the review, I didn't fully understand what was going on until Kyle whacked me over the head with it. But it definitely was a good book, definitely a hot book, and I know you guys did well on that. Obviously, your cover was dope, so congratulations on that.
Thank you. Thanks. Yeah, it sold out. Sold out with
So
us.
if you happen to just find one, or somebody didn't pay, or you got a return postage one, I will take it off your hands.
Well, they do have a little tip, though. We found out. If it sells out with them, tell us the tip, James.
So head over to thenerdstoreutah.com. A lot of times when we do exclusives like our last Ronins, we've done a few with them more recently, but Stray Dogs was the most recent. But if we sell out, sometimes they still have a few. So you head over to nerdstoreutah.com and of course, check with us first. If we're not sold out, buy it from us. But if we are, there's your tip. Head over to nerdstoreutah.com and see if they've still got any left.
And now that I didn't pick one up, they're going to be sold out by the end of this podcast, and I will miss twice.
That's what cell phones are for, man. Yep.
But Todd McFarlane made you
while you're on air. Yeah. All right, so this first one right here, this one just went on sale today. Midnight Western Theater #1. So I think I kind of talked James into this one because I'm a big American Vampire fan, especially the very first volume and the first couple of arcs of American Vampire are some of my favorite. I guess creator owned stories, and so this is about like a Western with vampires, and John Gallagher did the cover, and he just keeps putting out amazing covers, and I love it. It's freaking cool.
Yeah, it's a great cover.
That's cool.
This one you guys have had him on, I think. Garrett Gunn. Garrett Gunn. Yeah, he did Franklin and Ghost and Cold Dead Hands, and this is his Warcorns. This is our Warcorns 3 cover. We did 1 and 2. 1 was an homage to Full Metal Jacket, a poster. Number 2 was an homage to Fury, another war movie poster. And this is an homage to Inglourious Bastards. And this one's on sale right now, pre-sale right now too as well. Only limited to 100. And for people sleeping on Warcorns and Franklin and Ghost, both those books are going to be animated series. It's taken them a bit but they have casting already done.
Yeah.
And they're using a bunch of people from My Hero Academy. Garrett's good buddies with a lot of those guys.
And you guys go back and check all listeners. If you missed that interview with Comic Book Women, that was I think 2 weeks ago. Yeah, and they were talking to him. This book sounds and looks just amazing. That was a great interview.
Yeah, Blue Green's in the chat right now too, saying that he loves this book. And if Blue Green, if you've been following his IG lately, if he loves the book, I suggest you pick it up. What do we got next, Kyle? Okay.
I think next is You Promised Me Darkness.
Cool. Yeah.
Little indie company, Behemoth Comics. They've been doing a little bit of stuff lately, and the book's amazing. We read it, and it's an awesome book. Another John Gallagher cover. This creepy lady with spider legs.
And the eyeball. Yeah,
an eyeball, house blown up in the background. Like this will be in trade and virgin sets. Limited, I think 300.
Yeah, 300.
Oh, I think we're also doing metal covers for this one too.
Oh, nice. Like the metallic design. That's cool.
Yeah, I love the metal.
Yeah, those will be awesome. Your other metals covers that you guys did turned out so freaking cool, man. I love them.
Thanks, man. But this one will go on sale in the next couple of weeks. Yeah.
Holy crap! All right. Sorry, I haven't seen these before, so it's the first time I'm seeing them too. Yeah. This is cool as shit. This is cool. So this is Silver Coin?
I don't remember much about it.
All right, this is Silver Coin. Chip Zdarsky is writing a story in it. Jeff Lemire, or Lemire, however you pronounce his name, he's writing a story in it as well. It's what is it? Silver Coin's a horror anthology, and I think it's a limited series, limited to I think only 5, and it's a pretty cool story about a dude who has a silver coin that like does some crazy shit to him. And this cover artist, so we have Maria Key does some art for us, and I don't know if you guys know Maria Key's art yet, but you will within the next year. And so this is a pal of hers that she was like, oh, friend of mine named J Art Dawn.
Yeah, he was J Art Dawn on Instagram.
That's what we know him as.
Yeah,
J Art Dong.
Dawn, not Dong.
J Art Dawn.
Well,
but he does some amazing work. Yeah, she said you guys should check him out, and we immediately fell in love with his work, and as quickly as we could, we tried to find a project for him. So,
well, that's cool. It's got kind of that Gene Simmons battle axe homage there going on.
Yeah, he does creepy really good, and he does like fantasy type stuff very, very well. So we were looking for something to put him on that would either hit either one of those bills, and this one definitely hit the horror vibe. So. Yeah, think he killed it on this one.
Yeah, awesome.
I really like this cover.
That looks familiar. I wonder where we've seen it before, Kyle. I wonder where we've seen that before.
Well, I had this background up the whole time we've been doing our show prep, and I didn't tell anybody that it was one of your guys' covers.
Yeah.
They just thought it was a cool satanic thing I had in the background.
But I kind of dig the cover more because the hands are really cool. Like the detail on the hands and the chain on it. It's nice. It's even
I didn't want
cooler
to give
when
it
you-
all away.
Well, yeah, okay.
I'm torn between which one
That's
I
what
like
she
better. I'll be honest. I don't. They're both really good. Normally, when there's a black and white and a full color, I can distinguish in my mind like I like this one better. But your guys' TMNT, you did the same way, and I had trouble. You had a black and white and then a color, and you guys find the good artists that I just. All of a sudden, I'm buying 2 books instead of 1. Now, if you guys could cut back on that,
No,
there's some people in my life that
her line work is too good. That black and white on this one is. I kind of want to get that tattooed on me. Really, tell you the truth.
yeah, like that's really dope. If she does tattoo work, that's some serious. She's got some line work just out of this world.
There we go.
Yeah, she's constantly getting asked about her if people can get her work tattooed on her. So I think a lot of people agree as well.
Yeah.
This is obviously Maria Key. This is our Culture Drag
pre-sale?
When are these? When are we doing pre-sale on these? A couple
Later in March.
Yeah, sometime around the end of March. Last weekend or second last weekend of March is when this one will be up for pre-sale. It's just like issue 1. It's a 666 print run. Because why not? But
Right.
this is, like we said, she's doing through issue 6 with us, and this is her issue 2 entry. She's super excited about issue 3. She hasn't shown us any bit of it yet, but the way she's excited about it, I'm sure it's gonna blow everyone's socks off too.
Have you guys had a chance to read this book or peruse it or?
So I've got copies. This was before Source Point Press picked it up. It had gone through a few issues under a different publisher.
Mm-hmm.
And then I guess they'd shopped it around, or Source Point had headhunted and picked it up. And I guess it's an options. The series is options. But Source Point also picked it up, and they're doing kind of this is almost like a re-release. But I guess they added some pages or added some background, I don't know, extra story stuff or something. I don't know. You'd have to check out Source Point Press's website to get more details on that. But
they did a Snyder cut.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah.
So it is out there. If people want to read issue 2 ahead of issue 2 coming out, I think they got to issue 2 on the original release before they moved it over to Source Point Press. So it's out there. And I've heard it's an amazing story. I have not personally had a chance to sit down and read it yet.
I could probably send you guys a PDF.
Yeah, we could probably get a PDF.
That'd be sweet.
Yeah, but then make him buy it too.
Yeah, you guys of course have to buy it.
Well,
We
it's
won't
$20.
I can't not. I'm going to use a double entendre there. I can't not buy those covers. Like those, that black and white and that color is just I love it.
I like this, dude. This is really cool.
Yeah.
There's more Staniak. Staniak also did he did the Stray Dogs cover too.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And he's doing all the rest of the last run in 3, 4, and 5 for us. So he's killing it. We're gonna try to get him on. He absolutely loves turtles. And, I think he grew up.
Oh, how don't we have that cut? Guys, how don't we have that cut? He just said he likes turtles, man. We gotta get that.
Who doesn't like turtles? Like if you don't like turtles, there's got to be something wrong.
No, I think Soul's not getting it.
I like turtles.
Yeah,
I like turtles.
I like
I thought
turtles.
Matt had that as a soundbite.
I did too. No, it's good though. He does a great job on it. He really does. It's definitely a cool cover. God,
Yeah, he's really passionate about it. Like his work is always great, but there's something else about his turtles work. Like Jonathan was saying, I think we're gonna beyond Last Ronin. I think we have long-term plans to keep him on turtles covers for us. So he's loving doing them too much, and we're loving seeing what he's coming up with. So it'd be a shame not to.
Right. Oh, that's cool, Joe. Yeah, like you're saying in the chat, you guys are killing it on these covers, man. You guys are really doing a great job.
Oh, thank you.
Thanks, man.
And then speaking of a cover that you guys killed already, I mean the Brzrkr. You guys got extra ones of those for us, right? Those are laying around everywhere, right?
Not a lot laying around. We did. I'm going to tell you though. We did ask. We tasked George earlier today to dig up your guys' mailing addresses so we could send you some presents. So
that's awesome.
Hit him up, follow up with them. So
hey, wait. So he's gonna keep them all for himself, huh?
Yeah, that's gonna work.
We'd rather ship them to you guys so that doesn't happen.
Yeah, if all the addresses end up in West Pennsylvania, it's not us. Please,
It's not.
none of us live there. Don't believe that.
They're all for him and John, right?
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, Sleepy. Oh, jeez.
I got excited when I got my my Brzrkr tracking number. I was like, "Oh, come on, UPS, be extra quick and have it by Saturday."
Did USPS? They're a nightmare right now.
They are such a nightmare.
Yeah.
Priority books taking 2 weeks.
Yeah, I've noticed first class seems to not be slowed up though. I don't know what it is. First class seems to be going quick, but its priority mail is really slowed up.
Yeah, except for when you're sending stuff to Alberta, Canada, because apparently that's a thing. So then it takes forever.
Oh, it does take forever.
At the prices there, that's why they expedite that. They're like, well, all this extra money, we better at least do it quick.
I'm not giving any more books away.
We love you, Canada.
No, we do. Just like I could throw the thing over across the river. Yeah, like seriously, I see the guy waving from across the bridge, and it cost me $60 in 3 weeks to get it over there.
You know, Greg lives in Canada, right?
Yeah, I know. That's why I was waving to him.
He's
Just toss it over the river, eh?
Oh, there it is, though. Hey, look, we got a review coming up on this book too. It's everything. It's everything good. Like, it's everything good about Keanu Reeves. It's everything good. It was kind of what it was promised. You know what I mean? Yeah, I mean, like we said early on when we first started this off, you guys don't just pick good artists. You guys pick good books to do these covers on, man. You guys have been doing a really great job with it. Been killing it, obviously.
How could you not jump on like Matt Kent and Keanu Reeves? It's like, oh, well, that's going to be a movie. Duh. Yeah,
that's a winner.
Yeah.
I never noticed the shadow in the background is not him. That's someone totally on the other side. Wow. All right. I'm slow.
Yeah, you are.
There's some helicopters back there too.
Yeah. The more I look at this, the more I like it. And I've looked at this a lot.
You better hurry up and go buy it before they're sold out.
Oh my god. All right. Oh, that's cool. So yeah, that's it. So which ones do you have up again? So which ones are your pre-orders? Which ones do you have going out? You got a couple books going out, a couple that are pre-ordered right now, correct?
Yeah, Brzrkr's going out now.
Mm-hmm.
Almost all of them are out. Listed for pre-sale right now is Midnight Western Theater cover by John Gallagher, and Warcorns 3 cover by Chris Williams, the Inglorious Bastards homage.
Yep, that's cool.
And then next what's next week? I don't even know.
What is next week? We kind of plan the stuff by the seat of our pants. We know what books we have coming out, but we don't decide till Monday or Tuesday what we're putting out the next weekend. So
hey, Mayhem's the perfect place for that, dude. We kind of do the same thing here, so we're good.
We've got not next crossover.
Oh, we didn't even show that.
Oh, we'll put them on. Do you have one with you? Can you show one? No.
Yeah, maybe.
I got the image for it.
Oh yeah.
peek.
Sneak peek.
Oh yeah,
Here you go.
For that, it was awesome.
Look at this. I can feel it. It's coming, isn't it?
What are you going to show me?
I've already.
This one's going to take a little bit of time.
But yeah, so we'll have Cult of Dracula 2 will be out this month. God, I think every book that you showed is this month. They're all this month. Oh, here we go. Wait, there's that 5 or 6? That's 6.
Oh, we make it. Oh
yeah, look at that. Nice.
You can see it.
Yeah.
So it's some big giant guy screwing shit up
Over the bridge. Yeah.
Over the Golden Gate.
And we got asked so much. Like, we originally told a lot of the people in our group that we were doing issues 1 through. I think originally it was 1 through 3 with Gallagher, and then it went to we'll go through issue 6. because of course Kate's is teasing issue 6 as being a big issue.
Yeah.
But we just decided, like, we've been asked so much by people in our private group and our business page, and they just want to see him keep going. So I mean, we've reached out. We still gotta do our work with Image to extend, but I think we're going to try and extend through issue 10 at least with Gallagher on covers. So
awesome.
Keep the goodness coming from him.
That'd be awesome.
Thinking about doing like a 4 connecting cover set.
Shit, that'd be cool.
Or like connecting in 4 panels instead of straight across.
Oh,
I don't know if you guys have seen did you guys see our Black Friday cover? Alan Claw cover. It's one of 3 cover connecting set.
Okay.
And holy shit, it's so good. And
I feel we're about to see it.
it's just, I mean, Alan Claw, lately, if you notice, his stuff is like super busy.
Yeah.
You know, he's drawn like 50 characters on a cover.
Oh Jesus! Sorry, we changed the highlights and fullback, so it's really hard to get pictures of anything.
No. Jesus.
Oh yeah, isn't that with everybody down in there? And
Did he just say everybody down in there?
yeah, no, down on the bottom.
Yeah.
There's like 2 levels, and he's picking them up, and everyone's down on the bottom. Hey, I'm thinking out loud. I'm here.
Yeah, three cover connect. So,
oh, that's awesome, dude. Yeah, you guys are definitely killing it, man. That's sweet.
thank you.
Appreciate it. Maybe we got some Star Wars coming down the road someday.
Hey, feel free to just text. I get a lot of I get to review a lot of previews of Star Wars stuff, and I enjoy all of it. So, feel free to get my number and text me, and I'll give you an opinion of how sweet your books are going to be. Plus, I like to look at them. So, all right.
Yeah.
Are you guys really doing Star Wars down the road? What are you guys doing? Come on.
Some bounty hunters. Some bounty hunters.
Nice, dude. Nice.
They're really strict about who's allowed to do the art, though.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
sure you
They're
guys
strict about a lot of things, and actually, we'll talk about it later sometime because there's some interesting things that some people seem to. If you get one guy, he seems a little bit more, and then there's another guy.
Pick your brain on that one.
Yeah. All right, so we won't be talking about that anymore. What else what do we got next? Are we going to review Brzrkr or what? Dang. I just gave it to Gonzalez. He's going to kill us. Hey, let's say hi to Greg real quickly because we have Greg in here. And we got some special news from Greg too, don't we? Matt, Kyle, somebody. Somebody save me. Please, somebody save me.
Hey, good news. The Wraskles book 2 hit 106% today on our funding. So we got our run already done. It's just a matter of time now, just to keep on, squeezing the neck to keep going. But for this show, Kurt did a special piece of artwork. I don't know. I sent it to one of you guys. If you could throw it up. And
I think we wait till a little bit later in the show to throw it up.
Okay, I would throw it up now though, and then people could see it, and then because it's
throw it up.
Here's the deal.
All right.
Starting right now, anybody who purchases either book 1 or book 2 on the current campaign of the Wraskles Indiegogo gets this 10.5 by 7-inch original artwork by Kurt Spurging. And we're going to draw it at the end of this show. So from right now, anybody who contributes to our Indiegogo campaign, the Wraskles book 2, go to Indiegogo. We can throw up the link here. If you buy the book, we're going to draw at the end of this show. We're going to draw one of those names, and and the person will win this. We'll send it out to you. This thing is awesome. All of Kurt's artwork is awesome. It's perfect for a frame. You can give it as a gift. You can put it in your office. You could put this anywhere and people would love it. So starting now, guys, there you go. Anybody who gets it. If 2 people buy books, that's great. You got a 50% chance. If only one person buys a book, guess what? You just got this $50 piece of artwork for free, and you got a great comic book. Trust me.
Well, I hope I'm the only one that enters.
Yep. So I got my little phone here as we're talking and nerding out. There's my boy. Basically, yeah, end of the night, I'll just write all the names down, and before we end the show, I'll draw the winner. So
Sweet.
yeah, Wraskles are doing great, guys. I'm really happy with it. There's a bunch of crazy, not crazy stuff happening. Like, we've actually planned for all of this, and this was the original plan, but it's all good. We got book 2 coming out, Song of the Banshee. I guess we're going to talk about it later, but yeah, if you want to get in on it now, pick up your books and we'll draw at the end for that original artwork.
Sweet.
Yeah. Let's talk a little Brzrkr while we got the Hive guys here.
Yes,
we got that awesome
please.
comic, and let's go a little Brzrkr. Who wants to? Marco, you look like you're itching to kick us off, buddy.
Oh, with Brzrkr? Well, hey, listen, me and Kyle got gig. Well, if you know, I probably said it before. One of the TV shows I watch all the time, or movies on the replay, is John Wick. I watch all the John Wicks all the time whenever I got free time to watch them. So to have a book come out and be very John Wickish was something I thoroughly enjoyed. I know Kyle enjoyed it too. Kyle enjoys the gore a little bit more of it. I think we had an eyeball count on this one, and there was something like 32 loose eyeballs floating around.
So awesome.
Dude, it was good, man. It was what you wanted, I guess. If it wasn't, then I'm not quite sure it's for you, but it definitely was what I wanted. It definitely was what Kyle wanted. It came through. I know we got some good panels to show you here.
You know what? The only thing that's missing, though, is
What?
his gun should say, "I am an FBI agent." That would be like perfect. That would be.
And if he took a surfboard and cracked it through somebody's skull, I think if he did that too,
like, if you could talk to the artist that that you guys have doing the cover, if he could put FBI agent somewhere, how awesome would that be? Like, like you could make it a patch, make it like a
make it a patch of the state of Utah on it too. Make it the patch of the state of Utah on it. That would be awesome. That would be absolutely awesome.
He is doing remarks on some for us, so who knows?
Oh yeah, that'd be so cool. So you got right here where he punches through the head brain. There's a floating eyeball. We get plenty of floating eyeballs in this book. That's always good.
You know what this book reminded me of?
Hmm.
He was like, dude, I've been in John Wick. I've been in the Matrix. And let's throw shit from both of those in here. Like, like you could tell, like, movies he's been in and stuff he's been, you could tell that it went into the creative process of making this.
And you know what? If you ever hear me do a review on a book, I always say less words. This is a funny book. Like, let's keep the words to a minimum if we can and do the talking through the art. And they really did in this book. There's a lot of great. I mean, look, it's gory. It is. I mean, I put Crossed Up last week as one of the top 5 books. Like, I like the gore. So, I mean, he stabs somebody with his own ribcage.
It's so awesome.
Beats a dude with his own arm.
Work is him just like
awesome.
They're on a secret mission. He's like, all right, we're gonna jump out soon. And he's like, nah. He just jumps out, and it's just him walking, like pretty much just walking down the street, just fucking everybody up as he goes, like with not a care in the world. Somebody blabbering in his ear, and like he's just stabbing people with his own rib,
punching the jaw.
Awesome. Matt asked us. He's like, how many? He's like, what panels do you want to go into? And I think me and Kyle had a fight off of like what panels we wanted because there's a point where he kicks through like a steel gated like army truck and then uses his hand to like deflect the bullet, but then it just goes right through. And then he's got like Deadpool baby arm for a bit. Like, there's just too much good stuff in this book, dude. There really is. There just really is.
It's not the most educated, like type of book. Like, it's just fun and gore.
You mean you don't need a PhD to read comics?
Backwards, and the dude blows his nose off. So now for the rest of the book, he's got like this red spot. Like they didn't even draw it back in for a long time. So like maybe his nose takes longer to grow back. I'm not sure.
No, I like how they did the up close of his nose right before they shot it off too, right? Like, it's like, hey, let's give you an up close of his nose, shoot it off. And if you think that's not Keanu making a joke, I don't know what is, because like that's just hilarious. It's funny.
It's so awesome.
funny. It's so funny.
And you're like, at some point you're like, are they like? You remember that show? The guy that wrote the motorcycle show,
Sons of Anarchy.
Remember how he wrote this like middle-aged like show about like kings and shit? I think he's doing kind of what Keanu did in this book. Was I'm just gonna do it because I can.
Yeah.
Like like in that show, The Middle Age, there's like a whole scene where the dude's shitting. In like for no reason, he's having a conversation with guys like he's taking this nasty dump. It's like Keanu was like, "All right, I'm gonna stab people with my rib. I'm gonna eat a heart."
Oh yeah, he ate a heart.
He's just like, I'm just gonna put everything in that I can
Thunder is right.
think.
Kurt Sutter.
Kurt Sutter, thank you. And I think that's kind of what Keanu. Let's just smash every fucking thing we can in here.
Well, I'm sure Kent was like writing more dialogue than this, and Keanu was like, "Have you ever seen any of my movies? Like, I don't say much."
Yeah, he's like, I show up and I beat ass. That's the movie. That's how it goes.
Yeah.
I do appreciate it. You know what's funny is out of the reading list, this book actually took me longer than the DC books we have, even though the DC had more words in it, because the art took you into the story, right? So it does actually take reading words is not that hard to me for reading, but like, but like, you know what I mean? Like sometimes it feels like you're just trying to get the words done in these comic books so that then you can look at the art because it's all over the place. Where here it was like, I mean, look, there's a half a page. He's got 6 words on it. That's my educational level. Give me 6 words. I'm good to go. Pictures for the rest of them.
I just want to look at
all
pictures.
Day. I want to look at pictures all day. And, I mean,
my correction, it wasn't Thunder. It was Mrs. Thunder. Mrs. Thunder told Thunder.
Nah, all right.
Shout out to Mrs. Thunder.
Now there he is eating the heart too. Oh, jeez, man. It's great. All right, what's the next 3 panels? We can't sit on them. This was interesting. So I did have a couple questions, and Kyle, as usual, I didn't want to be like last week when I was talking about stray dogs and saying I don't understand the first 2 pages, and Kyle goes, "You're a moron." It was the person, yeah. So I asked him ahead of the show, and I said, "Is the pill a memory thing, or is it, putting them back together?" And we'll get into why later, because he starts to obviously rejuvenate, and you see the machines doing something to him. And the pill we think is memory, right? The pill starts to bring back memory, correct?
Yes.
Okay. All right.
So in this one,
it's like where I said like there's another panel. I don't know if it's in here, but there's another panel. You're like, okay, that looked like you in the Matrix, right before you were, set free.
Neo.
Yeah, like right here, because you can everything's connected to him. There's another panel where it's like a side panel.
Yeah, where
it's like a side view of it, but
then in the end, they say that he was around during cave people time, so
he's like 8,000 years old.
Yeah, so it kind of says that he can re-heal himself, but apparently they're using the machines to look. They start getting technical with all the wordies, and I got confused again. Just get me back to the panels of beating people with freaking their own rib cages, and I'm good. That's it.
Well, that's like the whole time the book is going. He's talking about how he wants to die. And how he wish he could die, and he's immortal, and they just keep rebuilding him to be like the perfect weapon.
They have the technology.
Yep.
I do want to say that is a dope Wookiee move where you rip a guy's arm off and you beat him with it. I mean, us Wookiees started that quite a while ago, and I'm just saying thank you for the paying it forward homage right there. Shout out, Keanu.
Yeah, I think JJ Maxwell hit it on the head. Keanu knows where his he knows where his wheelhouse is, and it definitely wasn't Johnny Mnemonic or JJ.
I tried to get through that movie a couple weeks ago. Oh boy,
Johnny Mnemonic.
Yeah.
Good Lord. Yeah, I mean that's a tough one. That's tough.
I was mad at myself with this book because I was so excited for it. All the way back from the Kickstarter, and when it came closer, I got myself so worked up on it that I was like, it's just gonna suck. It's gonna suck. And so when we got our copies in, the first thing I did, normally it's bag and board everything, get stuff prepped for order fulfillment. No, on this one it was okay, I'm gonna find the first damaged copy I can find, and I'm opening it. like I'm cracking this book open.
Yeah.
And when I read it, I was so happy with it that I felt like I was mad at myself because I had spent the last month and a half just like being like, no, this is going to be awful, you know. But I forgot that it's that Matt Kent was involved, and that man brings greatness to any book that he writes in. You know, you can't argue that. So I don't know. I was mad at myself with this one.
Or did you just want to not curse yourself? I do that sometimes, like, oh, this is really going to stink. And then all of a sudden it comes out and I'm like, yes, nice. Because if you set your expectations too high, like, can you ever reach them? So
I think that's what it was. Because I was so excited from the get-go. And then I think just the last month I was like, man, this is, I don't know anymore. Yeah. But I was happy. I can't wait for issue 2.
I mean, did anybody that read that book not like it? I just, huh? Oh, yeah.
Someone in the comments said that they were not, they were a little wavy on it and they weren't sold yet, but they were gonna check out the second one and they were gonna go from there.
I mean, I liked it, but I feel like it's kind of a tired concept. It's definitely a concept we've seen before. A mortal warrior from the past being used in the future. It's just not. It's not a genuinely new concept, so it's kind of a tired concept. But otherwise, I mean, I'll check out issue 2.
Yeah, I mean, all they really got to do is have his parents die, and then he be a vengeful Dark Knight or put on a mask.
He had claws.
No. It'd be cool is if the guy that comes back from the past to be like the big kick-ass future warrior is like the bad guy from Rob Roy, with all the lace and like.
Like a little pirate lace.
He's like
Victoria guy.
He's always wiping his nose like.
He pulls off his glove and he's like, I'm here for you. And
this is Ferdinand. He's here to end you. And everybody's like, what?
He rips his arm off and beats his nose with it. Look, I get it. It's very it's very like, listen, I guess big kid childish, right? Like he's beating his nose gets shot off. Like, I mean, I get it. But sometimes with everything that goes on in the world, you just need to see somebody beat somebody up with their own arm, dude. And
absolutely.
And this book delivers. This book delivers, man.
And it's Keanu. I mean, who doesn't love Keanu Reeves? That guy's one of the most genuine people ever. Like,
can't you tell you ate a guy's heart?
Dude.
I met him.
Absolutely.
You met him?
I met him. Yeah, I met him. Yeah, years and years ago. It was he in my hometown in Winnipeg. He played Hamlet at the Manitoba Theater Center for like this. Like, it was the weirdest time too. It was like freezing cold Manitoba winter, but he put his film career on hold or whatever. And I knew this girl that was working in the ticket office of the theater center. And after the premiere night of him doing Hamlet, they had the after stage party, and she brought me. And I remember it was really freaky because Lori Petty was there. So this is just after kind of like the Point Break thing, and they were a couple for a little bit or whatever. And they both looked like super skinny, wearing black, super pale, short black hair. And I kind of like went beside them to get like something like food behind them or whatever. I was like, hey, yeah, nice enough guy.
Yeah, I think
that sounds kind of creepy though. I mean, that hey at the end sounds a little bit creepy though. Just gonna say that.
Did you brush against his
what they smell like? What they smell
like? Getting some more dip, checking out their ass.
What does Keanu smell like?
I may have had it's Keanu. I am very secure with myself. I may have had to give him a good game. I maybe had to have, just because he is Keanu, and that dude is a stud. Hey, you know what, Keanu? Good game.
Did you, when you passed by him, did you accidentally gently rub across his crotchal region?
Oh, come on now. That's enough of that nonsense.
Gently lace your fingernails against it.
I imagine he smells like Brute and Wintergreen Skull. I don't know why.
I imagine he smells like patchouli.
All of your uncles smell that way,
eh? I'm guessing he smells better than Brad Pitt. From rumors.
What is this turned into? Seriously. What are you guys doing? Hey, I already got one strike. I can't take another one. Let's move on to the next book. Let's go.
I did
go.
ask somebody who met Brad Pitt. I did ask him,
oh, Jesus.
What does he spell like?
By the way, our cover is a scratch and sniff cover. So
That's awesome.
There we go.
Is there a scratch and sniff? There's only one scratch and sniff cover I know of in the entire comic book industry. So I think that's an underutilized market.
No, it's not.
No,
It really is not.
more wax.
He'd scratch and sniff it, and Keanu smells like sweat and blood.
Hey, yeah. Okay, now I'm buying it. Now I'm in. I'm all in again. Next week, all in.
Smells like copper and a sweaty gym sock.
No, the only one
inside out.
The only one I knew of that did that was that Ren and Stimpy book that had the scratch and sniff on it.
Remember, there was a Harley Quinn book that scratch and sniff.
Was there?
There was another one that came out a couple of years ago. It was a weed magic, I think.
Oh, I think I did.
No, that's right.
That. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So there's 3 that we can name. If you know of any more, please.
I actually
Please
just
don't.
I just rub them under my armpits, and then I bag them and board them.
we call it Powerhouse Comics. That's the smell is Powerhouse.
Blue Green says those signed 1 in 1,000 Keanu's are going for $2,500. Is that overpriced or underpriced?
It's perfectly priced because the smell is encapsulated with the book.
Yeah, honestly, I don't know. I don't know how many of you guys know that. I mean, how many have sold? I mean, I know the 2 LCSs I go to, both of them somebody had prepaid for those, which is that's crazy. Like, not crazy, not a bad idea. Not saying if you did it, it's a bad idea, but just to know that, because when I was like, yeah, I'm thinking, and they're like, oh, we already had somebody prepay, and we were going to get like a bazillion copies. And I'm like, oh, already? And they're like, yeah.
It fits the market right now.
Yeah, it does. It's right up there.
It's going for $2,500. Like,
I mean, how many people would have a signed Keanu book? Signed Keanu anything?
There's less of those than there is of Thrawn 9.8 newsstands. I'll tell you that much. So
here's where I sit on it as someone who collects modern a lot. I get it, and he doesn't do cons. You're not going to get a chance, or at least up to now, he doesn't do cons. He's right. He's in a comic book now. Who knows what the future holds? But up to this point, he doesn't do cons. You're not going to get his name on a comic book. You're not getting a signed CGC copy of his name on a comic book outside of this. But there's a lot of stuff I could pay $2,500 for, that didn't come out a week ago or 2 weeks ago. That I think have better long-term value.
Yeah, you can buy a shitty card for that much.
See, I don't think getting him a con is far off, because CD Projekt Red got him to come to E3 for Cyberpunk 2077. So I don't see you coming to San Diego or something like that. It could happen.
Yeah, can you see Keanu Reeves? Oh, slow down, though. Slow down. Can you see him sitting at a signing table? I mean, Greg, you know how signing tables are, bro. No,
I can see him.
He'd get 5 signatures done in 3 days. That's how long it would take him to get 5, 6 done, bro. That ain't happening.
I wonder how long it would be for people like,
Dude, you ever see Steranko get out there and tell a story? It's 20 minutes of that dude to get 1 signature to tell a story. Could you imagine Keanu out there? Johnny Utah. Like, it ain't...
I think he's more of a sign and go type of guy. He's gonna be like Stan Lee, sign and go, sign and go. He's not gonna sit there and tell you stories.
Keanu's too cool, man. He is too personable. He is too cool, and he is too down to earth.
2 base solo Wookiees trying to jump the table to scratch and sniff him, bro. It ain't happening.
Absolutely,
it ain't happening.
So what happened in the boardroom is we all got together.
Everyone will be asking us for refunds because he doesn't smell the same in person as our comic book smelled.
Right.
You don't smell like the comic book.
You don't smell like them pine tree air fresheners from a car. Get out of here.
Patrick.
Did you see Patrick Swayze taking a whiz?
He always says a whoa.
Whoa. Yeah.
Oh man.
That'd be great.
Oh yeah. All right. Well, okay. So that's enough of scratch and sniff. We do have other books.
Because you could break into 2 markets like that, you guys.
Oh,
you could do awesome covers that scratch and sniff. I mean, you guys would be like an unstoppable force.
We're gonna sell Keanu bathwater soon.
Nice. Oh, you would. You'd kill it. You would kill it. Hey, if you could put that into a bath bomb, I'll take 5 of them, dude. I'm good to go.
Marco's like, can I get it in a case? Do you sell it by the case?
Oh shit,
dude! So you could have Gwyneth Paltrow vagina smell and
Keanu
Reeves.
Keanu
Reeves smell candles burning at the same time.
Oh yeah. Man!
So it's like Keanu vagina.
And the bath bomb make the water all blood red, right? You know?
Yeah, absolutely.
Nah, it would be all cool, and then you'd wet the bed that night. You'd just be like, "Oh, what? Oh, jeez! I thought what happened?"
Just to stop.
Some of the bath bombs, they have like little gifts, and it just like a little piece of paper floats up that says, "I am an FBI agent."
Oh yes. It'll be in the middle of the bath bombs. Yes, personal notes from Keanu.
No, that's
really
too much.
Don't smell like this.
It's just a pubic hair.
Oh my god! I'm gonna clone you.
So, anyways, we do have more books.
Just a floater.
I'm gonna clone you, Keanu. You made your mistake, my man.
We literally go through the pre-meeting going, what's not going to throw us off the railing in the beginning? We'll be real professional about this. Yep, it's 20 minutes and we're gone. We're already done.
Hey, it's 46 minutes in. I think we did a good job.
We've been doing this for 20 minutes, bro.
Hey, we now have a record for the longest it's taken us to get off the rails.
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely. Please remember to like and subscribe because we're going to need the algorithms to go up after tonight, guys.
Hey, and stop messing around and sending those complaints in, dude. He takes it way too seriously. Don't do it anymore, guys. Please
do not send any constructive criticism.
Yeah, please just knock it off, man. Quit it. Come on. All right. What's the next book? Let's go. What's the next book? Seriously, somebody ring up the next book. What do we have?
Oh, we got Infinite Frontier 0.
Okay.
Bring it up here.
That's what we went from. We went from a guy beating people with the leg and stabbing somebody in the neck to DC. Okay. All right. Let's see how that works out.
Keanu had the time traveling mailbox. Was it like the cabin or something?
No, the Lake House.
The Lake House.
With Sandra Bullock.
Hey, you know what? This week is top 5 80s movies. Next week, maybe we should do top 2 Keanu Reeves movies that nobody watched. Like the man.
I have a sneaky suspicion that Keanu might make an appearance on some of these lists this week, too. I'm just saying.
Patrick says he loves The Lake House. It's his favorite movie.
Keanu, please come on and let us know how you smell.
He's not. You just said that you wanted his bath water, bro. He ain't coming on.
I think
else said they wanted to scratch and sniff him. That's not happening.
The Hive guy said we're going to sell his bath water.
Stalkers.
No, Matt, bring the book up.
There's a market for it. Keanu wants to get in it.
Matt just wants to sniff his underwear.
Let's go.
Let's be clear. It was to clone him from a pubic hair.
Oh, Jesus.
That's where we ended up. Like, hey, everybody magically forgot about that one for some reason. But yeah,
we were trying to avoid it. But
how it smells and just went way down from there.
Just make a gelatinous Keanu.
Gelatinous Keanu.
All right, that's it. Hey, here goes the perfect transition into the book we're about to review. Brzrkr beats others with their own arm. DC beats themselves with their own arm. Okay, it's a good. Yeah, that is a good Segu. I can't, guys. Stop it. Just give us a break in the chat. It's like,
Infinite Frontier 0. It's pretty much leading into what everything Future State brought us already. So we're starting our trip backwards. This you see Diana as she's asked to join the Quintessence.
Holy fuck, kind of wordy.
Yes, it is. To be the new protector of the new worlds, the infinite realities. They can make anything they want. They're no longer limited to 52. It's now infinite. And she's being asked after the her stint in death metal. She's being asked to join the Quintessence and be the protector of this new multiverse that's been created. She basically says, there's something here that's bothering me that doesn't feel like everything's taken care of. I don't know what it is. The Spectre agrees and says, look, I'll take you through the infinite and the unknown till we find what you're looking for. And if you don't, then we're going to give you the ultimatum to join us or not. So that's kind of what she does. He takes her to Superman first, and you kind of see Superman, and he shows up, but the day is pretty much already saved. And he's like, who saved the day? And everyone's like, it's Shazam. Yeah. So we got Shazam. Black Adam and Shazam smashed together for Shazam. And yes, his name is Shazam.
Brilliant idea. That's smart. I don't think anybody believed that rumor was going to be true, except for maybe Matt. And it is true, and it is as dumb as it sounds.
Wow. Yep, it is Shazam. So then we move into Batman, and we have a guard at Arkham Asylum, and it looks like the Joker gas has been unleashed, but nobody is laughing. Everyone's dead. You got a dead Bane there. So they're trying to figure out what's going on at Arkham. And then it takes us to the Amazons, where you see now that Wonder Woman is dead and passed on, there's got to be a new Wonder Woman to take her place. So you see the Amazons fighting for that title. Nubia right there says she wants to be the next Wonder Woman. And the Queen of the Amazon says, all right, if you want to be the next Wonder Woman, you have to pass a test, and it's to look into Medusa's gaze and not die.
Everyone else, and I think she is the next Wonder Woman. I'm going to go on record saying that right now.
I got you right here. So Nubia is the only one that agrees to do it.
I say every day.
All the other Amazons back out. Nubia agrees to do it, and instead of becoming the new Wonder Woman, she gets to be the new Queen of the Amazons. So she gets promoted to that. And then we get into a little bit of Teen Titans goodness, where you see the presumed Red X buying the Red X helmet from a black market dealer.
So he's buying his own helmet?
Hood. Yeah, buying his hood. Yep, from the black market dealer. You see him pulling it out there, which kicks off into Teen Titans Academy as they're pulling up to the Titans Tower. Then you get a little bit of Spectre takes her to see the new Superman in town, Jonathan Kent. But for some reason, they say Jonathan Kent isn't he isn't noble and pure like his father, so he has no business being Superman, and he must never be Superman. So you're going to kind of see that story play out in their comics.
Maybe he can be Super K.
Maybe. It goes back to Batman, and we get our new redesign of the Scarecrow, which I think is absolutely sick.
Love it.
That is probably one of the most terrifying Scarecrow designs I've seen in a long time.
Yeah, that's actually pretty good.
I'm glad they did that. I like that.
Then it goes into the Flash, and they say that there is a new Earth that was created called Earth Omega, and they don't know anything about Earth Omega, but they want.
That's where Keanu is.
Yep. They want Barry Allen to go map Earth Omega, and Wally West says, "Well, if you're going to do that, who's going to be the Flash of this world?" And your boy Wally West gets promoted to being the new Flash.
Didn't see that coming.
Right?
Wally's the best Flash anyway.
Easy killer.
So she goes. Spectre takes her back, and basically he says, "I've shown you infinite times and spaces, and you've not this evil you're lurking that you say is lurking isn't there. What do you say? Will you join us?" And she turns him down. She turns down becoming one of them, and then we cut to you find out that they've tried to succumb the fear she was talking about, and they couldn't do it as they all get killed. And this real bad John Romita art, it looks like.
Is it me, or is there just too much shit going on in these?
Yeah. Way too much shit going on.
Yes. Too much. And yes. And then you find out that it's who else is on that new planet? It's Darkseid. So Darkseid is going to be the big bad behind the scenes of Infinite Frontier, it looks like.
I mean, can they just do a panel where all of the Justice League shows up and they go, Darkseid again? And just like, shucks.
I can have going like that. Marco had too much fun. Brian must have given him the boot.
Right. So yeah, Kyle, you kind of touched on it before that you think that this is with the future state stuff, we're going to go backwards and see it build up, and it's very much looking to be that, especially through Zero.
Nailed it. No, I'm just joking.
It's good stuff.
Well,
But,
that's kind of now you panned over real quick and you were on a good roll, so I didn't want to break it up. But explain that Joker gas again. You're telling me that now they're going to release a comic where Joker gas goes off and not everyone's laughing?
So they don't know what type of Joker gas it is. They don't know why, because when they release the Joker gas, normally, they laugh, but now their face just becomes petrified and they're dead. So I'm thinking it's going to be a mixture of fear toxin. It's going to have something to do with Scarecrow, because this book actually leads into Batman 106, which we're going to be reviewing in a little bit. But it just kind of, yeah.
But they do still get the smiley face and die.
You get the smiley face and die, but not the uncontrollable laughter. Usually, like, they're uncontrollably laughing.
Yeah.
But they're just dead. And you know, they took out one of the big bads in the Batman Rogues Gallery in Bane. So who knows?
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, they did enough Bane.
Yeah.
So I'm not a DC guy much anymore, but is Red X is he a hero, anti-hero, or villain?
Yep. We really don't know yet. That's the problem.
Yeah, they haven't really said.
I was under the assumption that he was a villain, and then when you explain that he bought his mask from somebody, I'm like, well, that's not very villainous.
Anti-hero is.
There's no villain pulling out their billfold to pay for their own gear, you know.
Well, essentially, like, if from Teen Titans Future State, what we got from it is that he buys the mask and takes up the moniker of Red X to kind of call Dick Nightwing on his bullshit, and you know, everything he's trying to push out there, he basically does it to make him face his sins and call him on his bullshit, and then something happens where he becomes bad and kills everybody.
So he's probably an anti-hero then.
So
that's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
Okay.
So who knows?
He bought it, you know, in the shady underground black market, second hand. So is that a little more evil?
Yeah, maybe that's not the type of place where you kill somebody and just take it and run. So
yeah,
maybe that's,
he's turning a new leaf. All right.
He paid good money for it. But he does do something that basically wipes out almost the entire new class of Teen Titans in this academy. So that's what that's going to build up to. So we'll see. I think he's kind of like that hero / anti-hero / villain, all trying to figure, you know, identity crisis.
He's got to figure it out.
Yep. And you got to come along on the journey.
Somebody's going to get Dibneyed.
So next is
let's roll.
That was good,
Nocterra.
Matt. Thank you for the
Nocterra.
overview. That was good. You actually that was
welcome.
good job. I dug it. You explained that one pretty darn good.
Nocterra, the new book from Scott Snyder and Tony Daniels.
You know what? He did not. Neither of them disappointed in this book. You got everything. One thing that I kind of like about Scott Snyder is he can give you a backstory and still kind of keep it going, and it's not super convoluted. So when he's getting you up to speed in this, it's not super, like, you know how a lot of issue number ones you're going, I have to just figure out what the fuck is going on before I could bail on this book. So you got to you got to be at least 3 books in so that it can like untangle. Scott Snyder didn't do that with this book.
Mm-hmm.
He kind of started it and then kind of ran with it. I think it was, it's great storytelling, and this one is great art. So with this one, go ahead.
Yeah, no, I think so. I think so too, and I think it hits like, listen, if you're the type, sometimes too with those images, it's like the same way. You're just doing it because you're doing like it's good art and it's going to be okay. But this one, much like the Keanu book, it kind of touched you with a certain element that you're giving us what we want, and you're doing a good job with it. Like, none of this is new, right? It's not new. The art just is better, and the storyline is kind of cool. But you get a lot here, like, it's apocalyptic. cool, but it's not zombies running around. They have like without the light, the animals turn into we think like feasting type things right now. It doesn't get all the way into that, so that's gonna give us 2 or 3 books down the way. But you get the little like stationary planets or whatever. They did even kind of make fun of themselves a little bit, saying that like this place over here, that the city that they go to used to create light bulbs. So they're kind of joking on themselves too, so it's not taking it too seriously. Once again, the art, like he said, was really good, and it explained a lot of the story there too. I think and that's what I think Kyle liked about it also.
You know what? It wasn't super wordy, but it got the point across of what was going on. You could tell that something happened, and it switched. You know, the sun is gone, and you could, you know what I mean? And way of life has changed. And just like anything, life finds a way. Thank you, Jurassic Park. So now the sun's not there, and what happens is with the sun not being there, you actually mutate, and it changes you. So they actually have to keep. It starts in your teeth, and it works its way out. And so what happens is all of these animals and everything around they're mutating and they're changing, and it's kind of this weird, you know, and they're mating and they're creating these new creatures, and it looks like they're traveling between cities.
Yeah. So the main character too, she was adopted, and when they did they really cut through it. Even though, like Kyle said, it does have words there, but it's not too wordy. They explained that through like a 2-3 page part, and they did a really good job about it. And then it makes sense because later on in the book, they don't just leave like every single 2 pages on the cliffhanger like they do in some first issues. They come back to it. So her brother actually shows up here, and there's a lead up to it. Like, oh, they don't call her brother. They just say like, oh, did you hear what happened to this guy? Did you hear what happened to this guy? It turns out he's getting the darkness in his gums. And she's like, hey, I thought that the light things, because he works on all this light technology and stuff like that. And then they bring in the bad guy. And I actually thought it was cool what they did with the bad guy, Kyle. I don't know what your opinion was on with the bad guy, but
I liked it. He's infused with something, and it just makes him a bad dude. And it looks like he can melt people, which is, hey, who doesn't stood in line and wanted to melt people?
And it made sense. Like the premise of the bad guy made sense, right? So like there's this other family. They do these truck runs and everything else. Like they explained a lot in a very short period of time and didn't really leave the cliffhanger, except for at the end, he says, we're in search of this guy because whatever the ragtag Beyond the Thunderdome game he's got behind him is looking for him because they know that the old man killed the son.
So what happens is what's going on before this is the main chick that's in this is like, she's like a truck driver. She transports. What they do is they transport stuff from area to area, you know, compound to compound. And this old man and this little girl come up and say, hey, we found this place, and he like shows off a sunburn, like where there's light and there's stuff going on. Will you take us there? She's like, no, I won't take you there, but something happens which we don't know about where they don't want her to transport anymore. And so she decides to transport this grandfather and their granddaughter to somewhere that's like, it's far. It's hundreds of miles that they have to travel at night because, you know, there's no sun. And this guy is actually, the villain is actually saying that the person that she's transporting is the reason why the sun has been blocked out. And he's after that. And that's kind of where they leave it. So I thought it was interesting. It was a great read. Great art. I think it kind of, it hit on all cylinders, I think.
Yes, it's a very good book, and the guys at Hive Comics did a cover for it as well.
Yeah, I still need to read it, but it sounds good, and I love like Snyder did Undiscovered Country. I love that. I love that book. All his like more creator-owned stuff. Witches was freaky, weird.
He's good at writing the like the weird stuff. That's a cool cover.
No, there it is. Yeah, that's cool. Dude, and that's it. Like you guys, we weren't trying to pick Hive books, but I mean, it just so happens that once again you're picking books that have got great storylines in it and obviously good covers. So that's really cool, man. That is cool, and you should read the book. By the way, it's good. It is good.
When we saw the creative team on that book, I mean, how do you not want to be involved in some fashion? It's too good of a creative team on that book.
Yeah. Oh, that's another sweet cover. So check them out at Hive Comics too. If you haven't got on it, I don't know who hasn't because it was a good book. I know not just us, but like Lucy over at Comic Book Women's a big fan of that book too. She read it, so did Jen. I don't know anybody I talked to that actually picked it up this week, either from you guys or from the RCS, enjoyed it. So definitely check it out, guys. I think there's still some copies out there for you. So, all right, Matt, what's our next book?
Before we take our books, we want to introduce a new thing that's coming to the show.
Oh,
if you watch the show on every week, you know we like to do comic book reviews. So we're gonna do it. We're gonna give out awards, and introducing the first thing we're gonna do here is the Rob Liefeld Bad Comic Panel of the Week award. So every week if we find a bad comic panel, we're gonna put it up for the nomination of the Rob Liefeld Bad Comic Panel of the Week award. And we want to reach out to our fans and listeners as well of the show to submit your panels. If there's a panel that you think deserves the Rob Liefeld Bad Comic Panel of the Week award, submit it to us. We'll review it on the show, and we'll give out that award every week. We'll name.
Are we staying Are we staying current, or can we go to anything Rob?
Anything. It doesn't have to be Rob Liefeld.
No, it's like the Wonder Woman cover where they stop drawing faces on it all of a sudden halfway through the book. That counts. That's one of them. I mean, that counts.
Like just as an example, here. So like we did this week, it's from Avengers. I'm drawing a blank here in my head. Avengers 43.
Rob, we love you.
Avengers 43. If you're following that story, you know that there's a battle for the Phoenix going on. So this week's the very first Rob Liefeld Bad Comic Panel of the Week award winner is this panel here because it's got T'Challa fighting Wolverine for the right to be the new Phoenix, and he kicks him in the pills.
Man,
kicks him in the nuts.
Right in the giblets.
And yep. And Wolverine says, "You got me right in the goodies." So there you go.
Oh boy.
That's an unbelievable picture. Like I cannot even see or tell what is going on. There is so much going on in one thing that it's just not there.
But that's just an example of how we're going to use this Rob Liefeld award. So something to look forward to.
Thank you, Rob. I love you.
I guess the beans and Frank isn't made of adamantium, right?
Yeah, I guess not.
Isn't there that whole story that he's got two of them? Doesn't Wolverine have two of them?
Two of what? Two beans or two Franks?
Two Franks.
Matt, everybody has two testicles. That's normal.
No.
If you should have two.
Are you?
Then I need to have a conversation with my mom and dad.
All right, Matt. Are you a plumb bob?
I thought I was only supposed to have one.
One big one.
They're just lumped together.
Oh my God.
So please submit those into the show from now on. If you guys catch them out there, I know you guys read a lot of stuff. I know we got a lot of readers out there, so please submit in your for approval, and we hopefully will put it up there and give you credit for finding them if we don't find them.
Yes, you can send them to our Instagram. That'd be a good place to find us.
Ball pain and sign pubes. That's rough.
Yeah. All right.
Well, all right. So our next book this week for review was one that made it to the Hot 10. And of course, that's Batman 106.
Man, the B cover's so much nicer.
No, the B cover is that's the panel layout that we saw for what they hinted
like
towards
the Infinite Frontier.
Before, right?
Yeah.
No,
yes,
I'm sorry.
We got the Wang talk.
All right, so
yes, he did. That's awesome.
Greg came in like a dad, American Pie, spreading sex awkwardly. Very good job. Okay, so now that that's all said and done, let's get into Batman 106.
Go ahead.
I like this cover. The more I see this cover, the more I like it. It's at first I didn't really like it. I'll admit, man, it's growing on me. It really is. That B cover is dope, but it's so busy. There's so much going on. It's still a super dope cover. You're absolutely right. This one is really growing on me.
I felt bad at my local comic store when I went there on Wednesday to get all my books. I was going through my books, and I had forgotten that the B cover was the, what we've been seeing, the full, double page of all of them.
Wrap around.
So I kept going through the books, and I wasn't seeing it. And I feel bad because I got a little pissy. I was like, Batman's not in my fucking pull list, and it's on my pull list. It's why I don't. And they're like, oh, we're so sorry. I was like, we sold out. And I was like, you sold out? I got it on my. I feel kind of bad because I was kind of a dick. And so they grabbed one. They said, oh, well, somebody ordered a bunch, and they didn't end up picking them up. So we have a couple extra here. You can. And they gave me this A cover, and I was like, I want the P cover. Like I was a complete total comic book prick. And then they're sitting there and they're paying me out. They're like, well, the B cover's right here. And I was like, oops, my bad. I'm sorry. You can keep the A cover and sell it to somebody else.
Okay, for that one, do send in your complaints. Please do send in your complaints for that story right there. Yes, you know where to send them.
It was short.
You're to the point. Yeah.
Comic 6 Boy says, so is Infinite Frontier taking off where Future State left off? No, it's going backwards, and you're going to see what led up to the events in Future State.
So Batman 106 is actually beginning that with pieces. But now it shows up, it starts with this new badass Scarecrow. Cool. And he has Bruce Wayne tied up. I thought that was cool. That was actually started out like that.
That is pretty cool.
And he's talking about a new fear toxin because nobody else is going to jump in. Run
it. Give us the rundown, Kyle. Hit it.
Well, you see Batman rushing to Arkham Asylum because it continues off from Infinite Frontier 0, where all this is going on in Arkham Asylum. They've got one guy that has not been affected by this new toxin, and he's putting a radio call out, and Batman answers it, and he's like, I'm on my way. But so you kind of see that obviously Bruce Wayne got there and Scarecrow got the jump on him, but through the panel, it kind of goes back before he gets there, and you see him trying to make his way to him. And then he's also dealing with this new crime syndicate, and that's where we get our first cameo appearance of the new character, Miracle Molly, which is right here. So
and I had spaced that, and I was like, who the fuck is that?
Oh, she looks like the by the horns.
Yeah. The new. So he's fighting off with this new crime syndicate, and
I like that Batman has this bromance going on through this whole entire issue of 106.
Yes.
Looks like it. Are they?
They're not. No, JJ. They're not high-fiving. What they're doing is they're actually both shooting off their batarangs, and they're gonna race back to the Batcave so they could they could box and work out. And you know what it reminded me of? This is a little off topic, but you know what it reminded me of?
Yeah, under Rocky.
Do you remember? No, you remember that old Joe Rogan skit where him and the guy are working out in the basement of his mom's house? It's not gay for working out. You never seen that? They ended up talking yeah, take off your pants and do it. And we're working out. It's okay. It's kind of what that reminded me of, this weird bromance that they have going on. And
you mean when they had Batman and Robin sharing a bed?
Kind of.
That's totally different.
These guys seem like they want to go home and wrestle.
They do, naked. They call it boxing.
They do look like they're about to high five each other. I am 100% behind that.
But if we had the whole book, if you would go to the next one, they go off and they start racing, and Harley Quinn is watching, and she runs up to try to catch them, and they've bromanced away too fast and they can't.
Which you get your new Harley Quinn too. She's got no makeup on, no white makeup. She's you're getting your new redesigned Harley Quinn.
Yes.
As well. The Bat Family Harley Quinn. But yeah, you see, that's Ghostmaker right there, unmasked finally, and him and Bruce are about to have their. And
he wants to box him so bad. He's I'm gonna leave if you don't box me. He's getting all Brokeback Mountain butthurt over it.
But this panel here, you kind of get to see where it goes. It jumps to the last series. I'm drawing a blank on it now because my mind is working a mile a minute. But you're getting the Peacekeeper prototype, the Peacekeeper, the Magistry Peacekeeper prototype here. So it's kind of that sales pitch. He's giving a sales pitch to the new mayor of Gotham who doesn't want masks and to bring in the Peacekeepers, and you're kind of getting that from what we've already seen in DC the last couple of weeks.
You got Ghostmaker like, I can't quit you.
Yeah, pretty much.
Robin there is dope.
Like,
that's some really cool artwork, that Robin. I like that.
It is pretty cool. But they've got all these, like, instead of having one Batcave, he's got Bruce has all these little spots set up now where he can go.
So yes, because Lucius Fox is now the richest man in Gotham.
And he's still pretty rich, and they're in a garage right now, and he really wants to box Bruce, man. I think he wants to see his job.
Wait, what is the original Nick Fury doing in a DC book?
Yeah,
he became the governor of Gotham, or the mayor of Gotham.
Everybody's got to go somewhere.
All right, well, I'm glad I didn't read.
And then you get. And the backup story in this issue, you get to see Damian he goes to find his mother, and he shows up to take his rightful place as the head of the League of Shadows or League of Assassins. And that's his new redesign, his new Robin costume.
That's pretty dope. Like, I like this mask. Looks kind of dark and kind of evil, and that's a
it's
cool
pretty cool
look.
And he shows up, and his mom is like a total bitch to him. It's like, what are you here for? Oh, you didn't become Batman. You're a failure. You're coming back. Like, she was like straight talking shit to him.
Wow.
Huh. It's worth reading it just for the backup Damian story, I think. So,
no, it's pretty cool. Like, they fight, and his mom talked shit to him the entire time.
Wow.
She did not have a positive thing to say. And
she is kind of, mean. No one ever said that she was really a nice gal. She's kind of been mean the whole time. So
talking shit to her little boy. No, there was no. Now that it truly explains why Damian is such a dick. He's got both of his parents are a dick to him.
So we don't know if Damian's Red X yet. Who knows? Because this is before all that. But it's not. If you look, everyone says Damian or Clown Hunter. If you read the issue, there's a shot of Clown Hunter and what he's doing. So he might not be Red X either. So
yes, JJ, his mom is, but it was just nonstop in this little short story.
At least he has parents.
Yeah, it's like the first DC character ever to have parents.
That is a solid point. I never thought about that. You're totally right.
You could give some of that to Brandon down there, but what? All right. Yep. Done.
Well, I think it's the perfect time to bring back in Greg and let Greg tell us a little bit more. Yeah, a little bit more about what's going on with the Wraskles, and to show that beautiful, beautiful art giveaway print again, and let everyone get a chance to get entered into that.
All right.
Darth says Red X is White Vision.
I require elaboration. There it is. Look at that. That's dope.
So go ahead and tell the people who are just tuning in, Greg, or maybe just tuning in, what they got to do to be able to own this.
Well, okay. Do you have the link to the campaign?
Yep, I will put it in the chat.
Yeah, so maybe better to put that up. So this artwork here is done special just for this show. Okay, so anybody watching right now, if you go to the link that I've put into the comment section, I'll put it again pretty soon.
It's in the chat right now.
Yeah, in the chat. If you buy the book, basically we're right now doing the campaign. We just hit 106% today. Yay! So we made it. So everybody's gonna get their books.
I want that as artwork on my wall.
That's a really cool one, hey?
The Blues Brothers. I want that on my wall.
Yeah, so I mean, we've done Blues Brothers commitments. We've done one of Tony being Sid Vicious. So we're always going back and doing cool stuff. And book 2 is, the Wraskles go to Ireland and they encounter the Banshee. And so this is book 2, full color, comes with 5 stickers, 4 smaller ones. And then this time we're giving away a bumper sticker size sticker, which is really, really cool. And yeah, there's the artwork. So if you remember from the artist edition, the black and white, here's the finished product. And I think it's, kind of speaks for itself, right? The artwork is always amazing. Kurt's Brzrkr, my partner, my co-creator, is an amazing artist. And he really brings it to life. The Wraskles are a teen pop punk band that have been cursed to encounter the supernatural until they can play a song better than the one that defeated a demon goat in book 1, which is also available in this campaign. You qualify to win the artwork if you buy book 1 or book 2. At the end of the show, I'll go through. If only one person buys a book, one you win the artwork. If 2 people buy the book, you get a 50-50 chance. Either way, it's a really great chance to get a great book and also an original piece of artwork that would, minimum you're going to pay $50 for it. Kurt's an amazing artist, and this campaign we're doing like a Scooby-Doo thing, classic Scooby-Doo monster thing, chasing one of the characters. And as usual at the Wraskles, it's great rascally artwork, good story, everything's fun, and we always aim to give you like a very high quality product. And there you go again, is the original artwork. Tony, lead singer, being chased by a Scooby-Doo looking robot, which I really like. Yeah, and Kurt did it special just for this show. So yeah, get in there, grab it.
It's awesome.
Awesome.
Get in there and grab it. That's the theme of tonight.
Yeah.
Anytime you get Wraskles art, it's cool.
Oh, my man Peter's in here. What's going on, Peter?
Hey, finally. It took him long enough. No, it's joking.
Hey, people got things to do, like edit my other shows.
All right, Marco, what do we got coming up in Star Wars?
This is why Peter's here. He wants to see the Star Wars news. What do we have? This was a big
week. That was awesome. Everybody.
Hey, James, you can bail if you want. You can hang out. It's up to you.
I'm good, man. I'll hang out for a minute. I might need to step out for about 5 minutes to grab my card to buy that Wraskles book. But
right
there
on,
you
man.
go. This is what I like. Oh, we got to go.
Let me get on that. I'll be right back, though.
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
We all got to refresh our drinks every once in a while. So this is a big week in Star Wars, especially if you've been listening to this show.
Time.
What's that?
This is my time to refill my drink.
Oh yeah, you can take that Trekkie stuff and you know what you can do with it. So these are the 2 covers we've been talking about. It. Bucket of Bloods was the RI, that is the cover with the blue guy driving the vehicle, and the regular cover obviously has the 2 on it. If we could flip to the next page, the reason why this is important is we got Marchand Rowe finally. We got a full first, whatever. The art's a lot better. It's not like just a shadow of him. You got him all over the place. They explain a little bit more what's going on with him. The Yoda talk was a little bit funky in this book, but Marchand did not disappoint. He came out pretty strong. This does really have the vibe of Jedi versus Sith without what? So without unicorn people or whatever, centaurs and
without centaurs and golden sail ships and silliness.
Yeah, it really is a good book. I'm actually digging this a lot better than the other one. Even the buckets of blood, that's why I pulled it up there. Like when he's like, buckets of blood, and then he has to get into it. We do know this character is personally a favorite of the author because the story behind his name is somebody the author actually knows that was in the service and was a medic, and that's why they've turned this character into the medic. He is big and broody, just like the real life person. So that's always kind of cool when these artists are allowed to put people like from the real world into comics. I mean, we see a lot with Dr. Aphra and a bunch of the other Star Wars books. I do enjoy it. What else do we got here, Matt? because all I'm thinking about is Keanu Reeves. Oh, this was kind of cool too. So
you want to know what he smells like, don't you?
I do. His bath water. So they actually did like a breakdown of some of the, because I know like the art was a little bit off in the first book. I don't quite understand why they made it so fuzzy, because when you start looking at this book, it does get a lot better. And they explain some of the ships. So I hope they continue with this, because that spider ship was interesting. And I think for people who are Star Wars nerds or geeks, you always like the encyclopedias and all the added on features. And it was really cool to get these little like ship updates, which is cool. You have Marcia and Ro walking off there towards the end. There's a little back and forth, obviously, between Kix and stuff. And the girl is going to be a Jedi, we know, and the boy seems to look like he's going to turn to the dark side, which is great. Next panel. So these are next week's books. We got the full art for cover A with Martian on the cover, the two kids, and Yoda. It really looks great. Once again, I like it. And then we have the RI on the right, featuring the three Padawans. Both covers look good this week. I like them. All right, next. So big book because it's a first appearance. Speaking of him, you know what, we said that there's going to be a couple of these out there. We got the Mike Mayhew. Good luck if you're trying to get the book. It's out. And then we've got the Wanted Comics on the right. Both of them. First time you get to kind of see this character on the cover. It was really cool. I like both artworks of it. I believe the the Hot 10's giving away the book on the right, the Wanted comic book. It's really cool. Inside this book, there is some important facts inside the book. If you could, Matt. Oh, sorry. There's the cover. Yeah, the 1 in 25 and the cover A. We've seen that already. Inside, we get this, the Drangir. We do actually have in the middle there. That's the second print. They're going to use the interior art for it. We get the slicing in the middle of it. Remember, this is like it's not one enemy, right? It's a multiple type enemy that doesn't have a hive mind. I don't know, Solo. What do you think of this?
Man, when Kevin Scott jumps on it and starts to write it and explain it, I think we're going to be a lot happier with it if they're actually in his storyline. With everything that's going on and the way that it's being portrayed and told, it explains and reads a lot like a bad Audrey 2, but I like now in this panel they're actually starting to show more of the Drangir being bigger, being more, you know, when up until now, I just didn't feel like they were giving it justice in describing it as anything other than Audrey 2. Audrey 2 is the plant from Little Shop of Horrors. So now to see a bigger, more giant, convoluted, tentacle, menacing kind of picture, I think it's doing it bigger and better justice. I just don't feel like we've gotten the description yet that makes them evil and menacing. Does that make sense?
So this is what I'll say. Go back and watch our review that we released on Thursday, Into the Dark of the
Just
novel.
Don't watch the one on Sunday.
Go back and watch the review on Thursday. We talk about this, and we do say that if it gets to Scott trying to explain this, it might be a little bit better, and he did. Like, this is right up his wheelhouse. It is getting better. How it was described in the novel when we first saw it, it didn't seem that intriguing of an enemy or a character. Obviously, Marchand Rowe from the IDW book is more the typical bad guy, the Darth Vader, Darth Maul, like bad guy in Star Wars. However, in this book, you do get to see, like Solo said, he is developing these characters, and they seem a little bit more intriguing, I guess. I think we're going to get a home run out of them on them. This is where we kind of see their first. It isn't like they have a leader, really. It just is like, I think, one thing. Like I said, if it had a hive mind or something, I think that'd be cooler. They still have the opportunity to do that. They do possess the twins and somehow can spit out some venom thing they didn't explain too well that ends up turning Skier into a mouthpiece for them. I did find that interesting. So it almost turns him into like a zombie type character, which is kind of going to be cool. So for the next couple, I think we're going to see the dark side of Skier. Might be worth it to pick up the second print on this. Do we have anything else? Do we have any more slides? I know a lot of people in the chat are saying that the IDW book does seem better, and in our opinion too, it is right now a little bit better. And yes, Yoda does have a very giant melon in the IDW book, but hey, what are you going to do?
Brandon nailed it on the head. That would be a great scratch and sniff book. I mean, you could have the pine tree scent on that book. You could.
I don't think they're talking about the pine trees. Yeah.
You could have. I mean, there's a lot of plant smells you could really toss right in that book and just drive it home.
A little bit of lavender.
Did I hear scratch and sniff? I'm back for that.
Yeah. On the Star Wars book.
The Star Wars book. There's a plant bad guy villain type species.
The Drengar.
People were giving advice on what they wanted it to scratch and sniff. Take a wild guess what number 1 on the board was tonight for all you people out there. It wasn't lavender, I'll tell you that.
It's getting a little skunky in here, boys.
Yeah, well, you can call Comic Jesus about it. He'll tell you. All right. So that's our Star Wars review. That is our Star Wars review. And just in time went off the rails. Good job.
Yeah, good job on the Star Wars review. All right.
Once again, I'm plugging our show. Watch the review on Thursday. Give it a like, give it a thumbs up, and give us a thumbs up here too while you're at it. All right.
Yes, please just give a thumbs up.
You can watch it on Sunday too, but make sure you're there early because you don't want to miss anything because you don't know how long it's going to be up. So that's all I'm going to say.
Hot poker's coming in everywhere tonight, folks. This is the show. Hot poker's here and there, and just.
Hey, I told y'all I'm busy for the next 3 weeks, right? All right.
Let's go ahead and get into our move along here to our top 5 list this week. Look, we figured you guys are all probably sick and tired of comics. All you get from this channel is comics, and need a little variation in your life. So we went top 5 favorite 80s movies. I'm excited to see how everyone attacked this. Do you want to go ahead and start off, Kyle?
Sure. I can do that. Let me share my screen. I've got.
This was kind of a hard category. I'll have.
It was really hard. It was really hard. It took me a while.
I started looking. I must have made. I'll bet I made. Just writing down, I'll bet I made 13 different lists of top 5 80s movies because there's just so many good 80s movies.
So I'll start mine with Flight of the Navigator. This was the freaking coolest. First off, you get a young Sarah Jessica Parker. Can't beat that. Even before she was a hot witch.
Compliance. Compliance.
We're all in the same age. Everybody watched this. I know you guys all liked it too.
Oh yeah. It was a good one.
I know.
Nothing like having your.
And now that we're all the same age, the best thing about what the best thing about this movie is, you know what happened to the kid, right?
He got arrested.
Yeah.
Oh,
so
Joe,
he's in this like northern British Columbia town, right? And everybody knows him because he was that kid actor that was famous once, and now he's just like a junkie in this like small town. And then like he like tries to get all done up like he like put a wig on his head and then like ran in the town bank and like robbed the bank. And then he ran out and everybody's like, who was that? They're like, well, it's the kid from fucking Flight of the Navigator. It's that guy that's like always down the street. He just had a wig on his head. He was like acting like a bank robber, like we wouldn't know who it was. So he's doing Tizime for the bank robbery.
They made him work at Tim Hortons for 3 weeks, or what? What happened there?
I had Tim Hortons today, man. That was delicious.
But that was my number 5. Next, I have Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom. Which
no time for love, Dr. Jones.
You don't call him Indy, you call him Dr. Jones. So it was everybody knows. I don't even have to break down Indiana Jones. Everybody knows who Indiana Jones is. It was an awesome movie. Raiders of the Lost Ark. I think I was a little young, so then Indiana Jones and Temple of Doom was right when I was like, "Wow, I need Indy." It's a great flick. Everybody knows who it is and what it is. I don't have to break into that one. Next, I've got The Lost Boys. So I think elementary school, this was like my movie of all movies. I even wrote a short story that was just pretty much a synopsis of The Lost Boys. I thought I was being original and creative. But no, it's all, pretty much the same. But no, everybody loves an 80s vampire movie with fucking Kiefer. Everybody likes Kiefer.
This is the movie that had the comic book.
The Toad Brothers.
Yeah.
With the comic book store right on the pier.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, where Corey Haim, man, he had to prove his comic book worthiness to him.
Mm-hmm.
So
he's looking for a pretty serious book.
Breakfast Club. Everybody loves the Breakfast Club except my wife. She hates it. Thinks it's a piece of shit.
Well,
but it's
can't disagree.
It's one of these movies where I gotta watch it every time it's on.
Yeah,
I just love it.
Don't you forget about me, Kyle.
Ever. And last but not least, the greatest movie ever to be made is Back to the Future. Anytime that you can make a DeLorean fucking cool, did it. So, great Scott.
Yeah, good movie. A lot of good movies right there. That was solid.
It was hard. I said I was and then I promised my wife, I promised Nubia that I would have a runner-up. And so for that, I say, because my head's down, Dirty Dancing.
Oh, it's a great movie.
So as an honorable mention, I have Dirty Dancing on there. You're welcome, Nubia.
That's a great movie. It would have been really surprising if she was like, "You got to put
older
Red
guy
Dawn
with
on
the
there."
younger chick.
Nobody puts Kyle in a corner.
Nobody
kicks baby in a corner.
All right. Well, good. That mess is over with. What's up next? Who's that?
Fuck you.
Fuck you. You're up, Marco.
You had Dirty Dancing at Breakfast Club. Jeez.
I had Dirty Dancing as an honorable mention for my wife.
Yeah, okay. I'll give it to her.
Did you see a slide for it?
All right. So once again, I read the homework and I followed none of the rules. I asked 50 questions and just threw up some stuff that did my own thing. So go ahead. Let's put up here
from the guy that was like last week was like, look, guys, we got to make sure that we have a theme for this. We're all on the same page of how to do it. So we're going the right way. And then you're just off the rails.
Well, I asked for a theme. I was like, are we doing sci-fi? Are we doing? So what I went with was 80 movies. Like where I grew up, we have a station out here. WGN was a super station, right? Like it was what you had.
Hey, I'm going to let you in. We've got that too.
Yeah, we got that.
You guys all had that? I don't know. I thought it was regional, man.
WGN,
you guys had that?
Channel 2 in Colorado.
Yeah. It was like when you had the before cable, you only had 4 channels and one of them was WGN.
We all watched Bozo growing up. We all watched.
Oh, nice, dude. Well, cool. So y'all know what WGN is. Yeah. So I had spent a lot of time watching WGN, and one of these movies is the first movie I saw in the movie theater. The rest of them are from WGN. Body Slam. Obviously, I'm a big wrestling fan. Also, got to watch a lot of A-Team.
And you're putting down Dirty Dancing?
I know your first one's Body Slam,
bro. Baby the Corner. Body Slam's amazing, dude. It's a wrestling movie. Please, Rowdy Piper was in it at one point, I think. So, like, great movie. Love it. Next, number 4, Mad Max. Beyond Thunderdome. Like this, Thunderdome. I must have seen this 150
It's
times.
That's a cool.
I mean, this is why I probably messed up. Is because as a child, I'd watch this and think like this is the ideal situation. Probably like why I like apocalyptic stuff so much. Like why I like The Walking Dead.
Body Slam.
Go watch it. It's. Dude, it's solid. You gotta watch Body Slam.
If your number 1 is Surf Ninjas, I'm fucking out of here. All right,
it's not. It's not. You gotta watch Body Slam stuff. But Mad Max, it's great. I actually, for the longest time, thought that Mad Max was a solo movie. I didn't understand that it was not a solo movie and that there was a movie before it. Just still, it's the best one that's out there. I thought Mad Max was great. I wanted to live in the desert. Master Blaster is the best. Then you got Tina there. I mean, come on, everything's great about it. All right, next, except for the pig. Princess Bride.
Awesome movie.
Yeah.
Once again,
that originally was on my list, and then
me too.
I bumped it off.
Yeah.
Once again, a wrestler was in there, and we used to have constructs as a kid, and we'd always do the "You killed my father, prepare to die" thing, and slam constructs till they shattered in people's eyes, and thought we were fighting. So that's always fun. Yeah, and yes, before you ask, we did start making them into the 4-part, and they still shatter if you hit them hard enough. Princess Bride, great. Also had Fred Savage in it. Was getting a story. Real good book. I don't think anybody can complain with that. Next is number 2. Definitely it's better than Dirty Dancing. Flash Gordon. Played all the time on WGN. I actually got to meet the guy who played Flash Gordon probably about 5 years ago in Buffalo at a con. He was really great, not only to me, but to my wife and my children. So I really appreciate it. His arm span is huge. He is like, I'm a big boy, and that dude is a big boy. He's a big boy. Real cool, very nice guy. I was thinking Kroll and stuff like that, but even when you see those, they just seem like bootleg versions of Flash Gordon. It's amazing. Hawkman coming in there with the fake flying and the mace and all that type of stuff. He throws a football. Look, I mean, the movie's great. If you don't know this, watch Body Slam, then watch this. Side note.
Body Slam.
Body Slam. And then
Today is a month.
I love Ninjas.
I love this show so much. My brother actually came over not knowing we were doing this, and he decided to. He's like, "Hey man, I have a present for you. Haven't given it to you for a long time. Cleaning out the house. Look what he gave me." We ain't lying. I mean, it's the Ted combo of it, but definitely because of the Flash. Because we used to watch this, my youngest brother. So I gotta say what's up to him. Thank you very much for that. Just so happened I got that in there. In the Warriors, but that's neither here because it's a 70s movie. Next is number 1. Okay, Return of the Jedi. Who didn't know this was coming?
Surprise.
Yeah. First movie I saw in the theater in the old Quo Vadis. Snuck my way into it. It's great. I don't care what people say about Ewoks. I was a little kid. Ewoks are made for little
Luke
kids.
Skywalker.
Hey,
yeah, Luke Skywalker actually probably the best Luke Skywalker they've ever portrayed before was in Jedi.
Yes.
That's it. That's why you don't cry.
Marco started off soft but ended hard.
That's how I always end, bro. Let's go.
You want me to go next, Solo, or you want to go?
Up to you, buddy. You can drop. I'll drop some goofiness.
Well, we'll let you go.
Fucking Body Slam, dude.
All right.
This was, like I said, this was hard because I had I thought about Mad Max. I thought about Kroll. I thought about Willow was dope. I thought about so many Princess Bride and Back to the Future, Wisdom. I don't know if
War Games, Goonies.
Watched. Yeah, War Games. Yeah, they're just the
Burbs was awesome.
Weird Science. They're just so many good classic 80s movies. I could have made a top 35 list. So Rad's a great movie.
Gleaming the Cube,
solid.
Yeah, Gleaming the Cube's dope.
Flashdance,
good.
What's with Breakfast Club? No, Gleaming the Cube. You have Tony Hawk doing the Pizza Hut truck man.
License to Drive.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, License to Drive was good.
Yeah.
License
All
to
right.
Kill.
All right. So my number 5.
I guess we're gonna start with Solo then. Cool. Hold on.
Sure, I'll drop it in there.
All right, hold on.
Or Vision Quest.
Yes.
If you guys or Dreamscape was another good one. Hawk the Slayer was good.
You're supposed to pick 5, not 50, bro.
Oh,
It's
dude, I'm
hard.
telling you, man, I had to
time.
make like 6 lists and break it down.
That's why I said
this one. Here's one I watched a ton of. I watched this over and over and over. Great movie. Frank Oz, great puppetry, great voices. This for its day and age and time. I mean, this movie was magical and really set the bar and precedence on storytelling and thinking outside of the box. Just a great movie. And then they followed it up, last year, 2 years ago on, was it Netflix with another Run of the Dark Crystal, which was right back to my childhood, all the feels, good stuff.
Good stuff.
Good stuff.
Another
Good
great
shit.
one. Labyrinth.
Nothing like the
How
cod
could you
piece.
not like this movie?
Oh,
Great
man.
one-liners, great characters. I mean, you got David Bowie in there.
Jennifer
You got
Connelly.
singing. You got dancing. You got a girl stuck in a maze, meeting all kinds of crazy characters and doing fun stuff.
Not any girl.
Creativity was
Not any girl. Yeah, Jennifer Connelly.
That's right.
Yeah.
The creativity they showed and displayed in this was really, it was at next level again. It was just
How many older women at convenience stores have checked you out with that haircut? You know?
with the David Bowie haircut.
Yeah.
Dude,
I'm pretty sure that David Bowie had no problem meeting women.
No, I'm talking women with that haircut at convenience stores that check you out.
That's a Canadian thing, bro.
I don't think so. I think that's a real thing.
never-ending story. Shit.
Yeah, there's enough Aquanet in there to keep it warm for a while. So
Yeah.
And there is a hole in the ozone because of it.
yeah, but he's still. I mean, if you can walk around in those tights with that puffy shirt and wear your hair like that, and I mean,
Valley
and
girl.
still
Good
sing
one.
like he sings, I don't. Hey, I'm in. I'm in. That's just. I love it. Great movie.
Fucking Jesse.
Number 3, I had the classic
Yes.
Goonies. If you were an 80s kid, even if you were a 90s kid, you
Fucking Thanos
love
is in this movie.
This movie. This movie is amazing. Always has been, always will be. It's one of those untouchables. It just, this is an iconic movie that will outlast all other movies. If you're in that age range, it's just, you're going to watch it. You're going to love it. Your parents are going to sit with you and watch it and love it. It's just good.
It is.
just-
Badass.
Oh, it's so good.
I mean, this movie has it all. You've got Corey Feldman, you've got Thanos and Rudy, so can't go wrong with that.
You've got
And
Data.
Corey Feldman.
You've
And
got
Corey Feldman.
Speaking
you've got
Spanish.
Data from Temple of Doom.
Yep.
No time for love, Dr. Jones.
You don't call me. You call him Dr. Jones. You got it, Dr. Jones.
Number
You
2.
cheat. You
Heavy
cheat.
Metal. This movie is the greatest animated feature ever made. It's not for kids. It is not for kids. But this movie is a great story based on great comics, magazines. It's just, the soundtrack for this is off the hook. They paid a fortune for it. There is so much lore behind this animated movie that ties into so much stuff. We would not have a lot of the animated stuff that we have today if it were not for this movie and going on to that next step. Great voice actors in this, like John Candy. I mean, this movie is. I started watching this movie way younger than I should have. And if you've ever seen this, I should have been way older to watch this movie. But this is one of the reasons that I love comic books today is because of this movie. It's very saturated and rich in that culture. And again, go buy the soundtrack to this. It's amazing good. My number 1, hard to guess, folks. Greatest movie ever made in all of historical time. Empire Strikes Back. This is quintessential. It doesn't get any better.
Yeah, only if it had a start and a finish, it'd be better.
It gets no better. And you know what's not in this? fluffy little Ewoks. Oh, I'm an Ewok.
Oh,
Yeah, no, they just live in a tauntaun for a little bit.
We're gonna eat the people that we just captured. Oh no, we're not, because they have a golden translating droid that's a god. Oh, we'll help you storm the castle.
Oh yeah.
Come on, little furry friends.
I'm your father. No. Nice. That's a good pick, though. Better than Dirty Dancing. See, listen, chat. Let me explain something. This is why I wanted categories. They're giving us. We did no comedy. We didn't. Well, we have one left, but I do. We should have done categories in this one. Matt, please save us before the chat kills us. That we have. We haven't gone full circle or done comedies.
And Joe, that was awesome. You're right. Runaway, Gene Simmons, villain. That was bad.
Please,
man.
Solo, name every movie that came out in the 80s. Please do.
Please do.
Before Matt gets his
Monster Squad. Whoever said Monster Squad before.
Monster Squad.
Oh,
we don't even know what Matt has on his list. He could have these movies. Let's see what he has on.
I don't. All right. So number 5, me, Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure. This is one of those movies that I can still watch even this day, and we come back full circle to Keanu Reeves. So start strong with Keanu and with Keanu. George Carlin, you can't go wrong with this movie. And it just got its 3rd installment last year. So there you go. Number 4, Back to the Future for me. A movie so nice that they basically made it twice with that and the same plot in 2.
Did they do it 3 times?
Yes, technically. But it's the ultimate time travel movie. Kyle and I once had a 45-minute debate about time travel because of
I think it was longer than that, but yes. I think we did like a good 90-minute argument on time travel.
Yeah. It's always it's one I always watch whenever it's on TV. Number 3, Ghostbusters. How can you not have Ghostbusters in there? I think it's the movie that kickstarted a lot of our childhoods with the cartoon and having the proton packs and all the toys and
this, man, that's a solid movie. You are absolutely right.
I had it on there and I took it off. I was trying to. It was so hard. It was hard. This was a hard one. 5. We should have taken Marco's fucking advisement and went with categories, which he never really said. So don't let him fucking bullshit.
Don't let him bullshit you at all.
Don't let him fucking bullshit you. Think he really he deep dived into this with us, man. We said top 5 movies. He said okay. So don't let him fucking think he's fucking the smartest peanut in this turd.
Electric Boogaloo. Good call.
Number 2, The Outsiders. Look, this is a movie that started the career of a lot of these actors. I mean, you got Ralph Macchio, you got Emilio Estevez, Rob Lowe, Matt Dillon. Yep. Just the list goes on and on and on. Tom Cruise, fantastic movie. Love the book. Love the movie even more. That's my number 2. And my number 1, come on, Top Gun. Top Gun. It's just one of those movies I can watch anytime it's on. If you had one movie that you from the 80s that you could be on a desert island with and watch all the time, it would be Top Gun for me.
It'd be Back to the Future for me.
Top Gun is just it's such a good iconic movie of the 80s. So
you just like volleyball.
I do like volleyball. I like Look, you caught me. I have a weird volleyball fetish and a weird fetish for Val Kilmer clutching his teeth really hard.
Hey, neither of those are that weird. So
okay, I'm glad someone's got my back at least. So
yeah,
no, I would say the 80s. The 80s were a kick-ass time for movies.
Oh, great movies in the 80s. This list was so hard because there's so many good ones.
Well, and Spielberg was the king of the 80s. I mean, I don't think a single one of you didn't at least name one movie that he was attached to.
Sure.
I mean, the guy had, Raiders? He had, all the Indiana Jones. He had Star Wars. He had E.T. God, what else?
Back to the Future. He's Back to the Future.
I mean, dude was on fire in the 80s. Everything he touched was, almost everything he touched was gold.
Oh yeah, yeah.
He still likes his joints with $100 bills. So
the Wraith, another one. Good call, Raymond. The Wraith. I own that one. That's a solid flick.
You guys did miss. I don't have fancy slides like the rest of you guys. I wasn't prepared. You guys missed Akira, which hands down, if you were a fan of anime, a lot of that is owed to Akira. Yep. At least American fans of anime. Revenge of the Nerds, one of the best comedies of all time.
I had that one in Porky's on one of my lists, and I took them off.
Evil Dead.
Yep.
Missed Evil Dead. American Werewolf in London. Probably the first pseudo horror movie I ever watched, so it sticks with me really well. It's still one I even think to this day that's one that holds up well. And then of course for Jesse James, Valley Girl, right? Because you got to bring it back to Keanu. So
yeah,
full circle.
That's good. That's
good. I've never actually seen Valley Girl. It's probably awful. I'm gonna assume it's awful. But since Jesse says it belongs on the list, it belongs on the list.
It was hard. Greg, you got a couple you like to rattle off?
Nah, I mean, there's so many.
Body Slam 1 through 5.
No, there's so many crazy ones like
Body Slam,
No Retreat, No Surrender, Tough Turf, Buckaroo Banzai. Like there's all these ones that are in the lexicon. You know, I love 80s movies, Scanners. You know, I mean, all the Cronenberg stuff came up.
Attack of the Killer Tomato.
You know, Short Circuit. I mean, where does it just doesn't end with the 80s?
Nightmare on Elm Street.
Dude, sure. that was on my list for a while too.
Yeah.
Like so was Ferris Bueller's Day Off. Like there was so many that kept coming on and off.
We may have to file her down into categories like Mark.
Oh, I wonder who said that. I don't know.
Don't act like you said that earlier till today.
Okay,
we may have to do another one.
We'll have to do another one.
Yeah, we're gonna have to do another one. Maybe next week. Can we do a themed one of like not sci-fi or something like that of the 80s, like first half of the 80s non-sci-fi?
Hey, like romance movies.
No.
The chat is wild tonight. You guys are fantastic as always. You know, as long as we got you here, make sure to hit that like and subscribe button. If you haven't already subscribed to the channel, if you're new here. And look, we invite you guys every week. We put it on our IG, Modern Comic Mayhem IG every Tuesday, letting you know what this week's list is going to be. And we encourage you guys to participate. I see you throwing up movies in the chat. Check out our IG. Go subscribe. Look what list we're coming up with. And we'll read your guys' list out on the show.
We'll have to do 90s teen comedies next week.
Yeah, you got to really break it down now.
We don't want to. We don't want to isolate
sci-fi, 80s comic book based movies, 80s cartoons. We could have done any of those. Those were the ones I suggested earlier. That got a nix, and then I get made fun of Body Slam. At least mine had a theme to it. Is all I'm saying.
Body Slam.
You had this guy. First off, Greg goes Dirty Dancing, Breakfast Club, some other John Hughes movie. I'm surprised he didn't have a boombox in his hand. Then they go, "Oh, what's your top 5?"
Greg.
Say anything. Another classic
John Hughes movie, though.
They go, "What's his top 5?" And then his top 5 is none of those. Absolutely none of those at all.
Hey man,
the commish. I do like it. Yeah. Hey, I like this movie too. The Punisher with Dolph Lundgren. Like that was good because it was a WGN special too, man. They're good. All right, Urban Commando. God, you guys were killing in the chat. They actually, I don't know if we could do 80s again because they just gave us too many.
Yeah.
By the way, make sure you watch Body Slam. I don't even know if they have it on Netflix or any streaming service.
What was that?
Even Break Into Electric Boogaloo.
Rock and roll. I like. Yeah.
What was that 80s movie where Jennifer Connelly was locked in the Target all night?
Oh,
Mannequin.
Remember no, it wasn't Mannequin.
Oh, Mannequin.
It was,
that was really good. She was really good in that one. When she's on the little mechanical pony. And like the guy like comes in, she's on the mechanical pony, and you're just like, oh, geez, Jennifer Connelly. Damn it. Their big eyebrows, big 80s eyebrows. She's like on her pony with her eyebrows, and you're just like, oh, shit.
He's got Space Age Love
Crazy.
Song.
Yeah. What was that actor's name?
We get it.
He like plays like a professional weasel now. Like the guy that was supposed to be like the teen, like the next John Cusack was in that movie. We got to somebody find the name of that movie. That's
I don't
crazy.
know which one you're talking about.
Yeah, remember when he's like the night shift guy at like a Walmart,
Target.
At Target, and then she's like hiding in there from her rich parents or whatever. And then like during the day he's a geek and she's like the hot weirdo. So they like bond and like make it, and then the next day they're like girlfriend and boyfriend. But the first time he sees her, she's on
Porky's. Porky's, is it called Porky's?
No.
Porky's 2?
No,
Porky's
nothing
3?
to do with Porky's.
Porky's 2.
Yeah,
so I'm getting so many more movies that are running through my head right now. Like
career opportunities. Everybody's got it. Yeah. They're nailing it over here. It's called careers opportunities.
There it is.
Career.
Yes.
Oh wow! Look at
with
this.
Richard Pryor.
Damn it!
So many people.
Damn it!
Hey, nobody said the greatest Christmas movie of all time either, though.
Oh, Die Hard. Yeah.
Die Hard. Ramos Die Hard.
Absolutely.
Oh, I thought you were going to say Cobra.
Well, Tango and Cash.
Technically a Christmas.
They're still going. Oh, they're still going.
Oh,
in the
we
chat.
could we could sit here all night and
Hour and a half long.
We gotta move on to the next one. Like if we don't move now, we're stuck. We're on a fly trap.
Gun Ho and Mr. Mom. Oh,
Splash. Yeah, I mean, we can go all night. Big
Transformers.
Obviously, yeah, the Transformers. That was on my list. The Transformers movie, and I took that.
Brian only said 3 hours. We can't keep talking about this.
UHF.
UHF too, yeah.
Tino.
All right, yeah, we got to stop reading the chat or naming 80s movies, and let's move on to our next topic, which is probably should be 80s movies. Actually, why don't we do movies again? But let's just do somebody else give us a topic in the chat, and we will do it for next week.
We forgot Stand By Me.
Yeah, Stand By Me.
Stand By Me.
Solo. No, we didn't forget any. We have 5 picks. We just named 75 movies. You get 5 picks. That's it. It's not do what Solo does. Not do what Solo does. Go like, oh, it was a hard time picking these. Let me rattle off 60 movies real quickly.
I picked 5. And I had 52 honorable mentions. There was no rule set in here that didn't say Solo couldn't have 52 honorable mentions. And then I had another.
I did have Gremlins on for a while.
Helped by the chat. Oh, the chat helped me with another.
All you did was look over at the chat, go, yes, I would have put that movie on my list too. Yes, I would have put that movie on my list too. If I had a shot. Come on.
Nobody said Stripes.
Sharky's Machine.
Stripes. I did see Caddyshack in there.
Solo, did you open up the Spawn?
All right, let's go.
All right.
No one said Driving Miss Daisy.
No one said Steel Magnolias.
Smokey.
Nobody said we're just going to spend the next hour reading the chat either.
So is this the Kickstarter thing that you were waiting on, Solo?
What about
Yes,
Big?
I have been waiting on this forever and ever
Big,
and ever.
yeah. Is that 80s? Is Big 80s?
Hey guys, you see how the guest is actually locking down the show at this point? Pay attention. That's how it's done.
Okay,
that's how it's done. Please.
So it literally it was not McFarlane Toys' fault. It was not Todd McFarlane's fault.
No, of course not.
Due to the big scary and everything else, a bunch of the stuff over where the factory is in China and all that had shut down part of the production after initial start, and that slowed it down. Then there was a bunch of mailing complications and some other stuff. So I am super excited. I am not angry in any way, shape, or form about the wait or that it took months extra. No big deal. I don't care. I understand with what's going on.
Dude, where's the guy with the Reddit-a-Tux? Where's the guy with the Reddit-a-Tux now?
So,
where is he?
Here's the big original, right? And look at that. How cool is that? Spawn, Todd McFarlane toy, packing tape. I want a roll of that. Like, give me some of that. That is badass. And it was really, really well done. They had these little plastic corners on the boxes.
Woo,
they did. The packaging was amazing. Corners. Great job on the packaging. No damage. Really, really nice. So then I
do like those. I do like people that are shipping with that. With that little subs.
This isn't bubble lined manila folder, send a mail, a comic book in there, you get it and it's destroyed. This is real deal. They did an awesome job.
Oh,
Big shout out to you.
Bloodsport.
So then this is inside. There was actually 2 of them, but this is inside. Then there's 3 of these inside that. Open that up.
Solo, for the love of God, please.
Let's go, dude.
Videos. Never do unboxing videos.
I wanted to show how good they did because they did such a dope job.
And you see, there's another box and another box, and look, it's a box. Look, here's a box.
All right, now send all your complaints. Send them. Do it. That's cool. That's
to
cool.
another box.
It's a box, bro.
And these are fingerprintless. So as I touch them, it does not. They put extra time and labor into this. Fingerprints do not.
I literally think that this deserves all complaints to be sent to Brian McClay.
All feedback, please do send it.
Oh look,
only on this topic, only on this segment because this was pitched. Oh my God.
Get your signature.
No fingerprints.
Show me about those no fingerprints one more time.
Look, I'm putting my own fingerprints on the box.
You get.
Oh, an invoice. Woo!
Checklist.
What is each one? Because there was 3 different ones that you could get. So
you showed us the invoice.
It's a Spawn Russian nesting doll.
I mean, these are just.
Sorry, I was reading comments. This is actually
that is
okay. All right.
so clean. Like the detail in this, and he sent out videos through this whole thing, and kept everyone informed. Did a great job on the Kickstarter, telling everyone what was happening, what was coming out, what was going on.
Let's see that again. Hold that up.
It is. I mean, it is more and better detailed than I ever imagined. Like, it is just amazing to behold, not through pictures, not through video. Holding this and looking at it in person, I won't lie, man. It's fucking amazing. It looks, I mean, the detail is just, it's fucking dope. I won't even lie, man. I'm a big Todd fan, so maybe it's because I'm partial.
No, and then
everything that's in here is just well packed.
No,
solid.
come on, guys. He's actually got to know. That does look pretty detailed.
It is. That is just fucking.
So wait,
badass.
so that's one of the 6 boxes that's in there. Yes, is this what we're getting to? This is one of the 6. So what are the other 5?
So I have two of the. So there's 3 because he did a throwback and then he has 2 new ones. So that's just one, and this is a reprint or remake of the original. So that was the original, very first.
And you're the
Spawn.
first person to put a fingerprint on it.
You can't.
Patrick's concerned for you. He wants you to put some plastic on that before you admire it further in your load time.
Believe me, I will.
So there's a Spawn figure in one of them. What's the next one? We understand we're getting doubles here.
Brennan, dear God, there are more boxes.
I know that was only one.
We're not doing 6 of these, are we?
Yeah.
No, God, no.
Yeah, okay, all right.
The chat wants to
probably
see more
won't.
invoices, so
They want to see more of your invoices.
Body slamming invoices.
That's so tight.
there's nothing better than watching Solo not be able to get a box out of a box.
See, this is why TV doesn't have a chance, guys.
No, this is the death. We're the reason the death of TV.
Body Slam 2, the slamming.
The slamming.
Oh, dude, this is awesome. I needed this, guys. Thanks, man. I've had a long week, and this is really.
We can't even see Spillo break the
honestly, I've had a long week, and this is making a difference in my life tonight. I'm glad we're here on Mayhem, and we are whatever's happening. Hey, it's going good. I can't stop laughing.
Some say Solo's still opening that box.
I can't even drink it. Look at choke.
If you think I'm gonna rush and take a chance at fucking this up,
hey,
you are wrong, and
does
I don't
the box
care.
smell like Todd?
Here's the green.
No, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Wait, can you put fingerprints on that one?
Nope.
Damn, you got to
Greg. Are so that you cannot. So that way you can package them back up and put them in there and store them, save them, whatever, and the boxes will stay minty fresh.
They smell like Awatiki.
the body's slamming.
I like it. Meanwhile, back in the Hall of Justice, Solo Wookiee is still opening boxes.
He opened another one. It is the same thing.
No, it's not. It's different. It's got a different head. It's got different necroplasm there. It's got the gun. It's different.
Okay, I'm gonna ask a question. How much do these things cost?
Not cheap.
No, like give me a ballpark.
Well, he did show the invoice.
I was laughing so hard I could see.
It was not an invoice. It's an invoice of pieces and parts, not an invoice of.
It's $400 for one of these things.
For all the ones that I got.
Oh, so it's you got 6 and
I
you
wonder
got
why
doubles.
Todd has that big ass house and all.
Yeah, no shit, dude. He's selling the same figure.
There is comics that come into the back of the. There's a comic and a sleeve that slides in the back of the.
Huh?
Okay, so if I
no.
If I take that styrofoam out,
no.
Oh, you thought he was going for another box?
There's that whole thing comes out.
I'm just confused because this looked like the same figure as the first one. This isn't though. Huh?
See, so there's a whole sleeve comic book in there. This character is totally different.
101 how to root a comic book, slab it in plastic like that. That's a great idea.
No, he actually went through and made an
Extra sleeve, a protector in the back,
and so that it won't
destroy the comic book.
He made special sure and care that the comic books in the back would not get damaged, and made a sleeve that you can pull it out and then you can put it back in there.
Cool, but Patrick's got the point here. The greater point here is
in there.
Body Slam 3 is the triple Lindy. Yeah, that's awesome. No, I hear what you're saying, and I know that Todd, like at one point, he was at a party and they ran out of wine, and he created wine out of water too. But
he thought about it. I mean, he did. They did good. They really thought about the collector and the collector's
Raymond
market.
says, "I'm gonna go read War and Peace. Let me know when the box is open."
Is this an infomercial?
Dwayne asked if Todd packed that.
He did, and then he put it on my doorstep.
This is for Solo.
A bunch of my
I'm
books.
packing it myself.
You could have watched Body Slam twice, but.
And the other one's just a rough cut. It's the
no, come on, let's see it now.
You want to see it?
Now you're just gonna fucking.
The other one's
hanging?
just the mold.
What
casting?
We're all in now at this point.
I know we're all.
Hey, I blame
now.
James. They were going over 80s movies, and you segued us into this segment. That's all I'm doing now. I'm taking it all back now. I'm just what the. Oh, you didn't pre-open it.
Oh, we're doing more.
JJ said Todd did pack it. Didn't you see it on that invoice? The Snyder cut. The Snyder cut.
Holy crap, dude! Hey, even if you don't like us, give the chat a thumbs up because the chat's killing it down there.
Brian is gonna fucking tear us an asshole on Sunday.
Oh, it's not gonna take that long.
Oh, you know what's really cool?
Oh yeah,
no fucking fingerprints. I can rub all up on this.
Goddamn fingerprint on the old book.
Hey, can you open your electric bill after this?
Yeah. I'd like to see Solo open his regular mail after this.
Oh, you see, the junk mail has no fingerprints on it.
Oh man, that is fucking dope.
I think this should have been the opposite. Where we told Marco not to open his packs of cards before the show. Like we should have told Solo Wookie to please unbox your shit.
So it's the same figure, just a different color, right?
No, so it's
dude. Didn't you see the stuff on the front?
The casting and the molding. So it's got different necroplasm. It's got different hands.
It's got a bigger cock.
So it comes with the necroplasm dagger.
It's way different with different necroplasm daggers.
Different face. It's got
different face. Okay, all right, I got it.
And all the heads are
Xmas at Solo's house lasted 3 days opening presents.
It's got the giant sword.
It's a big sword. I'm
telling you, we were laughing, but people really love Todd, and they love. I mean, it's like I look. I know it's the same thing.
You got somebody checking eBay for Body Slam on VHS.
And then this is the black and white variant of the comic book.
Damn it. Hey, Blue Green, stop. Look, man, every once in a while we can have a laugh. You don't have to tell us how much this thing's going to run. It's okay.
In all actuality, Brian did make him open it up a little bit so that he can try to buy them before the show.
Yeah, there we go. There we go. Yeah, they are. They're really nice. Don't do that. Why? Just don't. The book's gonna fall.
It wants to show you the book doesn't get fingerprints either.
Dave from Dave's Collection.
This is what he did. So in every one of these, he made it so that you can pull the book in and out. There's a little cutout on the tab up here. See, it's like a Mylar. It's like a 4 mil hard plastic Mylar.
Oh, if he slices the book, pushing it back in, I'm going to just cry.
It'd be awesome if you got a paper cut and blood all over it.
Yeah.
So the Wookiee cut makes Dances with Wolves look like a commercial.
No, this is what I'm saying, though. This is what I'm saying. Everybody is joking around about, but there's a lot of people who think it's cool stuff.
He did a really good job with these. He really thought it out. The casing's cool. The packaging's cool. You can take the books out. You can read them. You can put them back. And
Solo Wookie is the ShamWow guy, all grown up. He can't help himself.
I'm ecstatic, man. Todd. All the crew at McFarlane, fucking thanks, man. I'm stoked.
They watch the show. They're one of the 95 viewers that watch this show. No way.
This is amazing.
Todd, if you watch the show, no, you don't.
No, you don't. Oh, look, everybody be quiet while we watch him. Oh, look, invoice.
Invoice number 2.
No, they're all the same. They all got the same sign, signature.
Watch him put it all back up.
All right. Okay.
Marco's losing his shit.
No, that's good. No, that's good stuff. No, that's good.
Good job, Solo.
All right. Well, what was the next segment? Hey, that is good stuff. And it is, I mean, it took a while to get here, but I know that there's a lot of people out there that are extremely excited about those products.
No,
hey, Solo, let me ask you a question. Are you actually going to sell a set of these or no?
Yeah, I think I am.
Good.
What's the market on them? Has the market started on those yet? Or
Yeah, they've been. So let me see. I paid right about $400 for them, and last I looked, they were going from like $900 to $1,100 or something like that.
Per set or per? Like, is it a set? I don't even know. Are these individual pieces? I really don't.
You could buy all 3 as one set, or you could buy an individual on the Kickstarter. So you could buy just the remake of the Spawn #1, that first one I showed that was in red. You could buy just that one, or you could buy the second one, the green one.
Okay, no. Yeah, but what's selling for like $1,000? Is it just one, or is it like a pack of 3?
The pack of 3, I believe, is going.
That's so cool, man. I mean, shoot. And the Todd father was probably watching, but he dipped after I started talking about Body Slam. I agree, JJ. I agree. just went to Wendy's and back. Jesse, what's up, Jesse? Jesse just went to Wendy's and back. He's still showing his
Jesse.
Well, that sure is a bad idea. Hey, all right, Matt, what's our next set? I'm gonna get yanked. I'm done.
Oh man,
good stuff. Hey, Solo Wookie, and way to take it too, man. Like that is good. You played along, man. It's good shit. All right, what's up next? What we got?
Oh man,
WandaVision.
Yeah, let's talk WandaVision. What'd you guys think of the final episode of WandaVision?
It's amazing.
It was good.
Absolutely amazing.
Yeah, I'm interested to hear your take, Greg, because you haven't talked about it on here at all, and I know you just finally got.
Oh yeah, no, I've just got on the Disney Plus train because when I was in Japan, you really didn't have access to it. So I've watched everything and watched WandaVision from the start, and I think it's amazing, and I think it was. I had this like epiphany about Marvel and Disney and streaming and how far ahead they are, and it's like they pivoted perfectly into what we're doing now and how it served. They were right at the end of it with the Avengers Endgame and everything, and they're right into the next.
Put everything up.
Yeah. So yeah, I loved it. I thought it was fantastic.
Honestly, I got a lot of feedback from other people, and they were saying like people that aren't into comic books and everything else, and I thought that they'd be like, "What was this crap?" But a lot of them were like, "Hey, this is it. Actually, hey, did you watch it?" And I said, "Yeah, of course." They said, "Yeah, we knew you would." What'd you think? Because we thought it was pretty good, and I was really actually surprised. Like, even my little brother who came over today was like, "Yeah, dude, I watched it," and I was like, "Man, I can't believe people after the first 2 episodes." Because I remember us talking about those first 2 episodes and saying like, we think it's going to be good, but you got to stick in there. And how will the regular fan feel about it? And so I asked him and a couple other people, and they were saying that the first 2 episodes didn't matter because they didn't watch it like that. They really did wait till there was 3 or 4 episodes out and then binge 3 or 4 episodes anyways. And I think if this is the new way it's going to go, I think you're going to see a lot more success in these shows. Think about how many shows in typical television got canceled, and then there was stuff online. Arrested Development comes to mind where people tried to save them later on. And I think this is the perfect example of that with WandaVision. I think they did a great job. Disappointed we didn't see Mephisto, but at the same point, I did like the book. Obviously, that was something I was looking forward to last week, and in that type of stuff because it opens up a lot of different areas. The question, I guess I have and many others did, is are we going to see like now just a Wanda show, or are we going? What's our break off from here? Are we going to do a Wanda show, or are we going to do a Wanda? And where did Vision go? Like, where is he?
That's the cool part to me. The coolest part to me, besides the whole like they can springboard into something completely off of this series for the whole next phase of whatever they're going to do for productions, but the whole Vision against Vision thing. And I just like the Vision as a character, how his angle is always a little different. He's not hyper violent. He's not afraid of using force. He's very rational. He's curious. And I like how he just he gave the guy a question that he couldn't answer. And the bad Vision's natural response was, I just need more elaboration. It was a really cool way of turning that. And also how he transferred the Mind Stone information into that body was really well done.
I think it was what High Voltage Mark said.
What do you say?
Why Vision was not raising another dude's kids?
I think that's why.
So I took that series because it was definitely a testing point for Marvel, right? It was hey, is this going to work? Is the streaming series? Now, obviously, they've already committed to at least 2 more. They're done with production. They're right down the pipeline. But I kind of took it as it could be over if they wanted it to be over. But I think with the success of the series, they certainly left it open to keep going with it. And why wouldn't it still be WandaVision? Because like you said, what happened to White Vision, right? What's Wanda's next step now that post post credit scene, you know, established that her kids are reaching out to her. You know, so I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if 3-4 months down the road, after we get done with Falcon and Winter Soldier and damn it, what's the other one? It's escaping me right now.
Loki.
Yeah, Loki. If they don't announce that hey, we're getting ready for WandaVision 2. So I mean, it wouldn't surprise me one bit.
Her story leads into what confused me about it is like, how does her story, from what we get, lead into Spider-Man without Mephisto? I don't get that. I get the lead into Doctor Strange, because I think when she's reading the book and she hears her boys cry out to her, she's gonna just start blowing through the multiverse trying to find them.
Yeah,
and he's gonna have to try to stop her. But I don't get the lead into Spider-Man. It just
the Scarlet Witch is gonna blow her way through the Marvel universe.
Yep,
that'd be awesome.
Multiverse.
We're really doing it. We're really doing it good today. All right. No, but I think that's it. And I think the good part about it is, and I know people are like, well, Vision's gonna the redone Vision is gonna turn back into the regular Vision, and that's true. But when you have regular people asking these questions, you know that it was a success. And I think you're exactly right. I think they made it so that they could, if it was a complete and utter failure, cut it off and it wouldn't do any damage. Or they could leave it open-ended.
But having these little stories on Disney Plus, I think is awesome.
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, you see it in the numbers too. Like Disney Plus isn't losing; they're picking up more subs as it keeps going. And you know, for something, we just looked at an article that was talking about what are kids watching. And when you saw what kids were watching on there, Disney Plus is hitting it up on both ends, right? They're hitting it up with the kids, and they're hitting up with the nostalgic part right now, and which is not what they were doing a year and a half ago. If you remember a year and a half ago when they started, like the first Mandalorian season came out, what did they have on that? They had like 5 80s bootleg cartoons, some of X-Men cartoon, and like
The Simpsons.
Yeah. No, they didn't even have Simpsons yet.
No.
I've got a 10-year-old, and he loves the newer Disney stuff. Don't get me wrong. Yeah. But he's not watching 90% of their catalog. He's not watching. It's not for him. He's not watching Lion King. He's not watching Little Mermaid. He's not watching any of that. But every single Friday, soon as he got done with school, Dad, can we watch WandaVision?
Yeah.
As soon as we watched the last episode the other night, what's the next series? So we watched the trailers for Loki and for Falcon and Winter Soldier. You know, I mean, Disney knows what they're doing. And without producing new original content, Disney Plus was just it was a blockbuster video of Disney movies.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it was a bunch of VHS that nobody wants to watch. You know, except for you're feeling nostalgic and want to watch want to pop on you know, Mary Poppins or something like that. I mean, that's who it was catering to. But with what they're doing right now, I mean, it's catering to kids and adults, and it's keeping people interested in Marvel in between movies. And that's movies. It's great for Disney, and it's great for Marvel.
Shout out to the Dark Lord himself in the chat.
Yeah. No, it's cool. It really is. When you look at those lists, it's cool to see what they're watching and how it's going, and that a lot of their original content, which they ramped up a lot faster than like other streaming services such as Netflix. And to see it, he has, Mephisto has Wanda's children. To see that happening is really good, and it's really good news for everybody. It's good news for comic book fans. It's good news for speculators. It's good news for just people that enjoy good programming, because they're seeing that you can actually do it in that span. I just hope they don't raise the price too much and quit clicking stuff at the bottom of the screen, because you know that's my weakness. All right.
Well, can we talk about like how that payoff of the whole Quicksilver thing was a letdown? Like, we all thought it was gonna be something great, and it just turned into a big boner joke.
I thought it was awesome that it turned into a boner joke.
That was horrible. God,
but does anybody else definitely think that was the dude in witness protection that Wu was talking about at the beginning of the series?
Maybe.
I didn't think
they put a big emphasis on it.
Be interesting if the Scarlet Witch could blow her way through the multiverse one way. Is it possible that the Black Widow could blow her way out of the multiverse the other way into real
blow
space?
Into the middle?
Yeah, and they could just blow themselves through the universe towards each other, just
I just love that.
Can we go back to open up spawn boxes for the next hour?
The chat is asking Mephisto questions. That's fantastic.
The chat is literally asking the chat Mephisto questions. This is good. What, next week, maybe we'll have Mephisto on. Mephisto, hit us up. We'll have you come on. You can answer the chat questions. Probably do a better job than us at it.
Let's talk about her costume, though. How good was her costume?
Yeah, great.
Came up.
Both costumes that she wore in here just killed.
Yeah, Darkhold.
Sexy.
Also, how they did the scene where she was like dead but not dead, and in the symbols or whatever in the sky. That was really cool. They actually, what the runes?
The runes.
Yeah, the runes. Yeah, that was really cool. I actually like how they pulled that off at the end because you saw him floating, and even my wife was like, "Wait, she's not gone. What's going on?" Like knew that something was going on, but then how they explained it, it worked out really well. She's like, "Oh yeah, that was from the dungeon." Blah 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 blah. I mean, across the board, they did a great job on it. And then turned her back into how's everything going here? I don't understand though how she still is possessing that lady, and then the rest of the town is gone, right? Like, because she's not taking over the town.
She set him free.
Right, I get it. Yeah, don't ask Mephisto about the movie Body Slam, please. That's inappropriate.
What did you guys think about Monica's introduction, though? I mean, adult Monica's introduction. How did you guys feel about that?
She was great, man. She was a great actress, I thought.
She's an amazing actress.
Yeah.
I don't know.
The bullet thing, is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. It was a lot of build up to that. I don't know. I guess maybe I'm too greedy. I was wanting more.
No, I agree. Yeah, no, and that's it too. I think it's tough because like what Greg said, you got such a great actress who's doing good, and then that was kind of just like, oh, okay. Then the last one goes through and the kid stops it anyways. I mean, it was what it was. I think later on I think she's going to be a great addition. You know what I mean? So I think that's going to be good. Okay, you guys got
Darth Contos asked a very important question.
All right, Darth Contos, please. Mephisto, Darth.
He says, lol, no.
Oh, jeez. All right.
The chat's so good right now. I've got my cell phone next to the laptop computer right now.
I know. I'm watching the same thing.
Yeah.
You guys are fired tonight, and we appreciate it.
Well, yeah, I do. I think that there was more comics spec spawn during this than the last three combined. There was definitely a guy out there with his baby saying that was the favorite Vision. Stop putting the stuff on the bottom of the screen, please. A version of Vision on it, please. All right, there we go.
So Jen called it because she was like, well, it may be a trickery thing where he ends up playing the guy who plays Vision. I forget his name. He may end up just doing another show with himself because of some stuff that he said and the way he said it. When Marco and I were talking to her, she called it. She was right because he ended up just doing the white Vision and then the regular Vision. So the big reveal that we were all, because in the end, I was waiting to, see, Doctor Strange or Spider-Man or Mephisto, which is what I'm really, really hoping for. And it just ended up being lame.
So I remember I watched that show actually just last night that you guys had done with her, and she called it, didn't she? It could have just been the greatest troll of Marvel history, and it was.
It was.
Paul Bettany, right? That plays.
Yeah.
I mean,
he'd been looking forward to working with this actor for years and years and years, and ended up being himself. And I mean, good on him. That's hilarious. I mean, it is what it is. It's hilarious.
I still think it's funny that the chat is asking.
I just think that's the one thing about this series that I think is a good takeaway is there's so many people upset at this series for not providing them something that was never promised. They were never promised Mephisto. They were never promised all this stuff that came out. And they're so mad about it.
I think Hive Comics is going to send you one out there, Mephisto. Yeah, that's we saw a lot of it during the Star Wars reviews too. We'd have people physically get mad and hit us up in chat afterwards and, what do you mean this, that, and the other thing? And you're like, well, nobody's ever said this. This is just like rumors that people make up to get clicks on videos. And I think the same thing kind of hit here. Like it was actually a really good ending. Like if you didn't want Mephisto, if you just wanted a good ending, it was very well done. I thought it was great. I get that people want to see Mephisto, and please don't laugh, Kyle. Kyle, go to the back room, please. Please, we're gonna have to put you in timeout like baby in the corner because I can't look down there to see what they're saying. Anyways, I just thought they did a really good job.
Patrick asked Mephisto if he takes baths.
And Mephisto says maybe.
But that's it. Like I think everybody gets a little bit too caught up, and when the ending comes up, you get to hear a little of this, like, oh, it's stuck. But he did a great troll where he told everybody, the line was something to the effect of, in this season, I get to play with my favorite actor that I've never played with before, which he's talking about himself. Obviously, he gave it away, and everybody was so hard trying to figure out what portion they want to get into that they obviously. Oh, stop it! They obviously. Weren't listening to what he had to say. Okay, now let's put up what Mephisto said. He does. He bathes himself in fire. Okay, all right, great.
No, it was a really good ending. I thought.
Thank you.
If it's kind of good if you don't bank on anything, then it was a great ending. Like if you didn't expect certain things, like
sure,
it was a good ending, but.
Yeah, the only thing that probably could have made it better is if you had Luke crying at the end of it.
The pale moon night.
Yeah.
So there was a thing out there that said once WandaVision was done, a spike in people Googling Luke Skywalker went up. I wonder why.
Yeah, I don't know.
I think it had something to do with Elizabeth Olsen saying that there was going to be a Luke Skywalker level cameo at the end of the series, and we never got it unless it was supposed to be White Vision.
Yeah, I think that's.
Had it not been, I don't know, worked up maybe the way it was, or the way that people worked it up. I mean, I don't think Marvel did. White Vision would have been plenty enough a surprise, right?
Yeah, he's some 1-year-old baby girl's favorite character apparently. If you watch Instagram.
I'm dying. Is the shampoo headless shoulders?
All right. Do you guys just want to read chats for a little bit?
Dude, you guys are the best. I'm putting it out there right now.
It was not. I didn't find White Vision to be that great of a. I get it. It was part of that whole storyline. It was part of that stuff. I just didn't. With everything,
keep going. So keep talking over.
Done, go. That's what they did. I felt a little let down, and I know I'm the odd man out. I didn't care for this. It was entertaining, but I could give two shits about Scarlet Vision. WandaVision, whatever the fuck that show. Like you gave me Mandalorian, and I came off of that into this. What a letdown! I didn't think it carried weight that well. I know I'm odd man out. It's not. I was never a huge. I like Vision. I like Wanda. I'm not a huge giant fan of them.
Hey, Solo, Jesse James let us know that fingerproof boxes have went up on a Google search.
Oh, geez.
You can thank McFarlane for that ingenious idea.
I just don't even know where to go from there at this point.
If they'd have dropped off with Mephisto, it would have made 10 times the impact, and they would have. Right now, I'd be telling you how awesome that show was and how they really did a good job. In the end,
think it's awesome that they trolled
ready for all the shit to come, and instead they fucking fell flat. They gave us the lame fight that we already read in the comics. I am not impressed. I loved Mandalorian. Mandalorian was outside of the box thinking and genius.
Bro.
Just like, here you go. Here's warm SpaghettiOs.
Hey, Solo, sorry to cut you off, but there's somebody on your lawn. You got to go out and yell at them real quickly.
I do.
So you already said, Solo, that you weren't a huge Vision fan, as someone who is a huge Vision fan, him coming back in a way as White Vision, right? Because he's got the memories now. The only thing different is the color and not having the Infinity Stone. To me, that was massive for Vision, who was one of my favorite part of the Avengers. To now, we don't know what's going to happen, but as far as I can see it, he's back. And I think for a lot of Marvel people, a lot of Marvel MCU movie fans, I think that's huge. I don't know. I don't know the future is for the character. I don't think anybody does at this point.
And that's what I was just going to ask you is, okay, so they reveal it. It's this big new, it's great. I understand. West Coast Avengers, White Vision, they come back, they battle. I get all that. He doesn't have the Infinity Stone. He's all that you just said. I totally understand that. Where do they go from here with it? What good did they really do with it?
If they don't do anything with it, then WandaVision did fall on its face.
Except for one point. Not people in this room, people that don't care about comic books, watched this and liked it. That's what we're missing out. It's creating a larger fan base. It doesn't matter if you're a speculator in the chat or if you're a fan of comic books and want more of this stuff. This thing, no matter, look, if the exchange is we don't get Mephisto, but we get more fans, so they're going to create more product and more people are going to be fans of that product, I'm good, man.
Yeah.
Just do it. And it was good. Cinematically, it was done well. They didn't waste a lot of time in it, and people liked it. So, hey, check one. That's a W.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a W. I mean, it might be a solo L, but you just spent an hour and a half opening up a Spawn box. So, like, bro, I get it. I get it.
Go back and open all them boxes 6 times and go back and watch the series one.
No, fair enough. Fair enough, man.
I'm jealous. I didn't know that was a thing, or I would have had some too. We would have been doing a dual unboxing video.
Right.
If I'd known that was a thing, I would have bought them too.
No, I'm saying that like it's okay, but it's good because Solo's gonna watch. It doesn't matter if it's Mandalorian or whatever, Winter Soldier. He's gonna watch the next series, right? So is a lot of people in the chat. They're all gonna watch the next series. What this thing did though is it had new people come in and go like, oh, the Disney Plus stuff isn't just a dude walking around in a helmet that can't take it off. Like, there's new stuff that they can see now that's doing pretty well. So,
and I appreciate that they did do that.
Costumes and outfits.
The biggest takeaway from this is that Mephisto likes Wookiee's beard.
Well, Mephisto and we go way back.
But that series to me felt like a way for just the MCU to retcon a bunch of stuff because they retconned. Now that they own the X-Men, they went ahead and retconned Wanda's backstory. They retconned the Darkhold for the 3rd time. If you watch Runaways or Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., this is the 3rd retcon for the Darkhold. So it felt very much like a retconning thing. So they made it to where they could eventually, I guess, if they don't want to go Mephisto, can bring the twins back and just say they were reincarnated. And, you know, I don't know. Part of me was kind of like, why when you find out that the Mind Stone is connected to her? But I don't know.
What does do to those books that were skyrocketing? What does happen to those books now?
Oh, they're all on their face now, all except for one, and that's the Silver Surfer first appearance of Mephisto. Every other book that was spec'd out of this is all done. It's all over with.
I think that Spider-Man annual is still
going to sell them while this was on.
Yeah, Spider-Man annual 47 is still doing good.
Yeah, that's still a hot book.
I mean, it's the same thing that happens every single time they put out a new TV show or a new movie. Nothing different. The characters that don't show up will see a little bit of dip because people will forget about it. The rest of them that already showed up and everything that happened will drop off. And then the cycle will start all over again with news, trailers, first thing.
Yep. Five or six books will rise and 3 will fall at the end of it. And 2 of them will kind of stay where they're at and wait for the next news. I mean, it is the cycle. So,
yeah, I think that it's that Silver Surfer first appearance of Mephisto should have been worth more money before all of this, in my opinion. So I am happy to see that gain momentum and come up. I think we'll see a little bit of a dip, but I think it'll just barely come down. I think it's really going to maintain and it's not just because of this, but I think a lot of people now are more aware of what they can do with Mephisto and our future possibilities of Mephisto still showing up and future possibilities of what that book actually still means.
Well, I mean, the chatter
holds some good value.
The chatter about Mephisto coming certainly might have shown Marvel execs that people want it.
Yeah,
you know, absolutely. people want some of these other characters, and maybe the talk caught the right ear. So I mean, I don't think Mephisto at any point is dead spec, and I agree. I think that book was severely undervalued to begin with.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, criminally undervalued. Actually.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But thank you for criminally undervaluing it. I appreciate it. I appreciate every copy of it.
I wish I should have bought one when I didn't have the money then.
You bought $400 in freaking poison boxes, dude.
That's why I don't have money for first appearance from Mephisto.
Hive Comics almost collectively bought 598 ASM Annual 16s about 2.5 months ago because I had that feeling, and just like X-Men 1, we didn't, and we're kind of eating on that one, but
yeah,
whatever. New year. We should invest in some of these older books, and then 3 months down the road, we're like, we really should have done that.
Yeah.
We really should.
You're singing to the choir. Like I just have given up at this point. Like at this point, there's hardly any bad buys anymore. Just because you wake up the next morning, you go to the LCS, you buy it, and then you wake up the following Thursday morning, and it's a $40 book.
I've had more books. Okay. I've had more books pop in the last 6 months. More $2 and $3 fines, or more. I cleared out Midtown of 50 copy type books pop in the last 6 months than I've ever had, and it's been nice because I've been able to drown them into books that I think have better long-term potential. But man, it is crazy. Nothing is off limits right now.
No. How much do you think
even that
see the explosion of X books?
Marco's over there opening a Pokemon Pat. My LCS does huge Pokemon numbers.
Make Marco big.
They got in the what was the very last set that they got in? They got allocated like 91% allocation on it, because that's how big the orders were. Like, that is how nuts some of the stuff is going right now, and that's across sports cards, Pokemon cards, comic books, everything.
Yeah,
it's going. So I found some of the from 2015, the Forbidden Light or the Breakthrough XY series. I also found some Crimson Invasion and Forbidden Light. Those are all like 2015, 17 cards. I've also got some Vivid Voltage. While you guys talk, I'll just keep opening some more packs. Please help us out if you see something you like. I just throw these at my kids anyways. So
if you see one that's worth money, please say something.
Yeah, no, they as you know, they got one of those rainbow rares, and one of them just took I'll do it anyways because who cares? They just took the card like this and just went, "Hey, this one shines, huh?"
Look, Dad, this rainbow card is awesome.
Yeah, there used to be a $40 card, but it's all right. It's yours now. I mean, these things are for kids. Let's see what we got here. These things are
for kids.
They are.
My 10-year-old's a little speculator now because of me, and his 3-year-old brother got a McDonald's Happy Meal and got the shiny Charizard from the.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
Yeah, we know somebody else that opened one of the packs on here and just pulled out first packet. Oh, is this Charizard shiny?
No, it wasn't Charizard.
Pikachu.
It was Pikachu.
Oh, it was Pikachu.
So my son looks at it and goes, "Dad, that's like a $40 card," and my 3-year-old's playing with it. I'm like, "Well, it's his card." I'm like,
yeah,
he's chewing on it.
Not, and that's speculation. Not to him, it's not. To my 3-year-old, that's not a $30 card.
Right. It's just a Pokemon card.
It looks cool.
to him, it's a good memory that he can look back on years down the road and go, God, why did I destroy that card? That's like a $1,500 card right now.
For that time, I was gnawing on that $30 Pokemon card that's now a $500 card. Yeah.
I wanted to feel the pain
on that vinyl cape off that Jawa. I should have left it in package. Why did I eat that vinyl cape?
What is that?
So, like, some of these cards, I don't know how far it goes back, but I've learned this very quickly. Some of these cards that if you get this as your regular card, you're not going to get whatever the super rare. Oops,
I think all the packs come with that because it's a
yeah.
For,
no, listen, see the difference?
Yeah, it's a code for the Pokemon trading card.
Code for the Pokemon card, but the ones that have the white on it typically have got a better card in it than the ones that don't.
This is it. Insight from Marco.
This is one that does. So here we go. That one had the white one. I said, "Ooh, here we go."
What's that?
I don't know what any of this is. Doesn't matter.
Wait, go back. Go back one more.
Oh, nice hit, Marco. Nice hit. Hell yeah. No, I don't fucking know a single thing about Pokemon.
I don't either. I don't know. I don't. Hey, we got
Pikachu. What a Pikachu.
There, Pikachu.
That's good. Okay. That's good. And there you go. I guess this is it,
a
right?
ray gun.
Yeah, no, there it is.
Oh, shit.
Oh.
It looks pretty.
Yeah, it says GX. It looks very pretty. Here we go. Everybody's laughing. Yeah, this is the best opening ever because we don't really care.
Yeah,
Shiny.
That's good. No, I was laughing good. Go back. Look at that. That's a really dope card. Do you know?
I don't know what it is too.
Not a clue. No idea about Pokemon.
But like I said, like, so if you see, typically if you see the ones with this, they have like a super rare or ultra rare.
So you know you have a good package.
Yeah, so you know. So by the back, you know you have something good in one of those packages.
You're 100% correct on that. I've watched some other people open some Pokemon cards, and they also said and showed that exact same theory and combination of winning cards being with that top.
I think you need to start watching people do unboxings and opening things.
Oh yeah, definitely unboxing.
So you're gonna get another good card?
Hopefully. I mean, we probably get the worst part about this is none of us know here what a good card is and what a bad card is. So whatever we get is what we get.
As long as it's shiny, we're good.
Yeah, I think if it's shiny, we're good. Or Snorlax. I know this guy. He's tough to beat.
That
This one too. This guy over here. Here we go. Okay, we got one of these like shiny ones. So the next one should be a shiny too. Oh, it's a reverse shiny.
Two shiny ones.
Hey, all right. So something's supposed to be important there. Somebody in chat could probably help us out with that. All right. Hey, before I do that, I did. I don't know. Everybody likes to open these little fives here. So this is one of those $5 packs you see in like Meijer's or your local grocery stores. I wanted to open this one though because they had something in it, and I wanted to see what it was. It was cards. Now they say you're gonna get a rare one. Like this is how the books come, by the way, because they put cards.
Oh, that shit'll buff out.
Yeah. Oh wow!
I know. You need one.
Hey, look who we got here.
Yeah. Oh, look at that! Hey. Oh. Spec. Dude, I would buff that and grade it.
Wonder Man and the Crazy Bees, all bent to hell. And then this is why, because we got the Obama 44 Collector Edition bent sideways, because they also put 2 packs of cards in with the book. 2 packs.
Now we have a Marvel opening to do.
What is this? This is just nonsense.
Hey, how many boxes you got inside this box? So let me get this right. You open the pack to open another fucking pack. Hey,
I'm not opening that.
Did we already see this already on this channel once?
I did do Obama covers.
Do you see how I just throw this stuff around though? It's not just opening. It's not. Oh, that's some more.
Now he's breaking bottles of booze.
Got a couple empty. All right, we'll do one more of this. What's this? Vivid Voltage.
I want to know what's in the Obama pack there.
I will when you guys talk about something else or do something else that I have enough time to open it. That thing's gonna take forever.
Here you go.
Plus, it's got some like. I think if you take this off,
it looks like encrypted. Wow, you won't be able to ever open that.
All right, go.
I got something shiny to show off that I picked up this last week. The Marco's opening cards, and we can. I'm sure this will be some discussion.
Oh, what's that?
Oh, he's got the bad idea button.
Make that big. Bad idea.
You did get that.
Big.
Oh, we didn't. Yeah.
So how did you
Yeah, buddy.
It's time to talk about bad ideas.
How did you get that?
Okay, so sad story. So I have an LCS, it's a bad idea store. Hive Comics has actually been approved to be a bad idea distributor. We haven't pushed on that yet. But anyway, so my LCS is a bad idea store. They open at 10 o'clock on Wednesdays. So 9 o'clock hits, drop my son off at school, head down there. No way in hell am I going to be the first one in line, right? So I walk back in the back door of the mall. They're in a mall. And I walk around the corner. Nobody's in line. So I go stand at the gate. About 5 minutes later, some guy walks up, huge Valiant fan. I know him from the LCS. I know him from the Valiant community. He walks in behind me and goes, "How long you been here?" And I said, "About 5 minutes." And he goes, "Well, I've been waiting outside of the mall since about 5:30 this morning." He'd been waiting at a door that doesn't open until after 9 o'clock.
Sucker.
And I went in the back door that all the security and employees and everybody go through that he didn't realize was open. So me being the first at the gate, I got my pin. Karma is a horrible bitch when it comes to comics. So, I mean, not to toot my own horn, but knowing he's a Valiant fan, I left him a really nice present in his hold box. He was very gracious about me getting the pin. But I ended up with what I wanted, which was my trophy, my ENIAC trophy. I'm a huge fan of Dinesh's. I've met him several times. He's a great dude. Anything that he backs, I'm 100% behind.
So did you actually?
I had to have it. I knew I had to have it, and it was either picking it up in my LCS or buying it secondary market. I had to have it. So I was happy that I got it the way I got it. But yeah, worked out for me. I got my pin.
Cool story, brother.
It was, I agree. And I almost commented that to him, but I figured that was in poor sport. I was going to tell him like it was a bad idea to be waiting at the wrong door. But
shouldn't have to rub it in.
No, karma is a bitch in comics. I've learned that because he knows people that I don't know. I know people he doesn't know. One day we're going to bump into each other at shows. He goes to a lot of conventions. I do too. We run the same circles. So, I mean, the way shit went down, I felt bad. I left him a book that he messaged me earlier today and said, "Hey, I just got what you left me in my hold. It's a book that's eluded me for years and years. I can't thank you enough. I hope I didn't." He said he hopes that I didn't give it to him because he acted like an asshole. And I told him, I said, "You didn't act anything like an asshole. You were a gentleman about the whole situation." I said, "I gave it to you because there is karma in comics."
Yeah, 100%.
You know, there's 100% there's karma in comics. So,
all the time. No, that's super dope that you handled it that way. I mean, how many times have we all been that guy that made that one mistake, that stood at the one wrong door, or didn't get the right information and went to the wrong place, showed up 2 minutes too late and got hosed? I mean, it just, my heart breaks for that guy, because I've been that guy more often than not, and just wrong place, wrong time, whatever the situation, and you look back and go, all right, lesson learned.
Yeah, exactly. And it was just, and I even left him a nice little note on the back of the book that said, "Hey man, you know, all's fair in love and war, but you know, here's a little something to kind of, you know, take the edge off of that L, and I'm sorry, and I appreciate you letting me have the pin without it being an argument or a fight."
Yeah.
You know, and I said, "And I'll see you at the next one," because you know they're doing this stuff again, and I guarantee you at 5 o'clock in the morning that next time we're both going to be there, and we'll have to sit next to each other for 4 hours or 5 hours. So might as well make it comfortable.
Yeah, absolutely. Well,
hopefully he was smart enough not to tell you what actual time he showed up in the morning. He made it like 2 hours later. So
hey, you know what? Comics is my life and my entire business now, so I can be there at midnight the night before and bribe the guards. I don't care.
Right.
I'll be there.
Right. Yeah, no, that's awesome, man. Well, hey, good on you too, man. I always preach that the comic karma stuff, and I believe in it. And I mean, that's cool, man. And I'm glad you did it too. It's good to see that other people do it. And I mean, a lot of people have done that for me before too, and I think probably to you too. That's how it goes down. Because I'm not as old as Kyle, but you know, there's older guys that had done it for me in the industry, and I assume probably the same has come with you, and they've said the same thing for years, and kind of it's good to hear that other people are doing it in different states. So And congratulations on your pin. That's what it looked like. I thought it was going to be smaller than that. Hold it up again.
Oh, it's huge.
Yeah, it's huge.
It's a big pin.
It's a big
and remember, everybody else out there, comic karma is wonderful when you can do something wonderful for someone else and pass the love on, pass the knowledge on, pass it on to a younger generation for this to stay alive. Help each other out, be friends, and it comes back. It does come back. Good karma is good karma, period.
It is. All right. Does anybody in chat know what this is? It's the web. Somebody throw me back up on the big screen. It's the series is called Web of Spider-Man. Yeah, Web of Spider-Man. Here we go. I think it's from 2004. I'm going to open it up. I don't know what it is.
I didn't know that they had a 2004 card run, but that's still
cool. They're about to get destroyed because I'm giving these to the kids in the morning too. So
I think they ran the Marvel cards until what, 2005, 2006, and then took a break for a while. Yeah.
What is this, a game?
I didn't think it was that late. I didn't know that.
This is some type of game.
Okay, you guys want to throw up the artwork and we'll do the draw?
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, it's like some type of game. I have no.
Wait, slow down, fucker.
What do you want to look at?
I want to look at all of them.
That's straight out of the cartoon.
Yeah.
Oh wow. Okay. Cool.
Oh, nice. Never mind.
I
guess we've already moved on.
Nope. No, hand out the art.
Let's do that.
We've moved back.
Nice.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I like him.
Oh, send me that one. I want that one.
All right.
I love Spider-Woman.
What is this, a game? It's got to be
shiny, right?
Oh, is this shiny? Yeah.
That was shiny.
Yeah, shiny.
Good
shiny.
job.
Shiny, yeah.
It's probably an $80 card, and Marco's like,
Yeah, throws it behind him.
It's
a Spawn card.
It's like a 1 of 5.
All right, there we go.
Nice.
All right. Well, whatever that is, I'll figure it out. We'll fill everybody in later. Shiny.
We'll get that.
All right. Let's get to the real important stuff, the artwork.
Yes.
I hope I win this, Kyle.
So I've written everybody's names down. That's bought.
So
we'll
Thank you.
do a normal draw here.
Kyle.
And it's Brandon S. Congratulations, dude. Thank you very much for buying the book.
Good job, Brandon.
Yep, good job, Brandon.
Yeah, thanks a lot. Hive Comics is going to stay around ever again.
We went from 106% to 122% tonight, so thank you very much.
Hey, good job, everybody.
Whoever, Brandon, you're really going to enjoy this, man. That's going to be a great piece to have on an office or a bedroom wall.
Brandon doesn't say anything.
Hey, Greg, I hate to correct you. You said my name wrong.
Brandon?
I don't want to make a big deal out of it. Wrong.
That's Solo Wookie is not spelled with a B.
Well, awesome, Brandon. I hope you got a really cool piece of original art.
Congratulations.
Thanks you for helping Greg out. He's got a great.
Oh, you know who that is? He's been in our chat like almost the whole night. We just put him to sleep.
Yeah,
he's the guy that keeps making the body slam jokes.
Yeah.
Oh, that's hilarious. Okay, well, he earned it then.
Yeah, he deserves it.
Yeah,
he did.
Thank you, as always, to everybody. Thank you, for chipping in tonight. And when you have a Indiegogo, if you're doing crowdfunding stuff, everyone counts. And I really, and Kurt really thanks you all.
No, we appreciate it, Greg. We always love having you on.
Definitely.
Yeah, it's fun.
Absolutely. Yes.
Yeah, that artwork's super dope too.
One other thing real quick before we sign off for the night or continue on with the shenanigans. It's been a big push throughout the channel all week here, and that's, if you guys watched last week, we reported on Corbin and the unfortunate circumstances that happened to Corbin and his brother. We're still donating to that GoFundMe to try to catch the people.
What happened?
You haven't heard about this yet?
No.
So 2 weeks ago, Corbin and his brothers were playing basketball in a park in Chandler, and 3 hooded gentlemen rolled up on them, asked them where they were from. Corbin and his brother turned on to answer. They pulled guns and shot at him. Corbin's little brother, his 12-year-old, 13-year-old brother, was shot in both legs, hit the femoral artery, and he he's not doing so good. Last I heard, they had to remove some toes. So
oh man,
they started a GoFundMe up there. It's linked all throughout the Flipside. I will put it in the chat as well. They started a GoFundMe to try to not pay medical bills, but help the family pay for lost wages, and as well as
who the shooters are.
Yeah, as well as put up a reward to try to find out who the shooters are.
Jeez.
So we're putting up we're putting up $1,000, and we're hoping that everybody out there tries to help match it. Obviously, we're going to get that money in here before the end of next week. So if you guys could, please go in there. We're giving him the $1,000 either way, but we really would appreciate it if you guys give him what you can. If it's $5, $2, if it's $100, please do it, man. I mean, he's a good kid. He's a friend of ours, obviously.
Unfortunate circumstance.
Yeah, I mean, it really is.
An act of violence that didn't even need to happen.
Nope. And if you read, there's more from the neighbors in the neighborhood that you could read in the GoFundMe. Please do that. It'll make a difference to us. It'll make a difference to them. So,
yeah, they leave daily updates on the GoFundMe as they get them from the family. So,
and it's tough too. Yeah, I mean, like his mom and dad are out there, and in these times too, it's not like you can spend all day in the hospital with people, and this is a 12-year-old kid. So, for all those people who have kids too, think about that, man. Think about it. So
yeah. But anybody got anything else? It's not ended on a depressing note. So, you got any more boxes you want to open?
Yeah.
No, not really, because I want them to stay minty.
and fingerprint free.
Apparently.
Mm-hmm.
No, that doesn't matter because you can't put fingerprints on the box. See, maybe you weren't watching when I opened them other boxes. Okay, so maybe I'll run through that again real quick about how they're fingerprintless boxes, like all the new fridges. You can put fingers on it, and it doesn't mark it all up.
There you go, dude. I look forward to Solo's soon to be released ASMR unboxing channel.
Coming at you. You wait, Joe. It's coming.
Is that the stuff where they whisper in it the whole time?
They whisper in it.
Oh, I don't get that at all, man.
Box number 3.
Oh, I don't get it all. Hey, T-Bone. All right. Well, on that note. No? Okay. So we started the show fine. Now we just don't know how to end the show. Is that what's happening here?
Hold on.